flipping around. Flipping around. You taking my top, I kick a car. Tell you something. Oh no! I killed my friend.
Looking for manga and anime collectibles? We have manga, toy, anime collectibles, complete collections, and so much more at Ultimate Comics.
Welcome to Ultimate Comics. We're the biggest shop in North Carolina, which makes us your pop culture destination. We have everything from Funko Pops to sideshow collectibles, hot toys, graphic novels and manga, a whole room dedicated to back issues filled with keys, and a giant wall filled with new comics. So come on down and see all your friends at your friendly neighborhood Ultimate Comics.
Flipping around.
We have 3 shows a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern on our Facebook page. We have key issues, sets, new books, hot variants, and I mean, we do special lines all the time. We just had Tankers #1 signed by Rob Venditti available on the show, and we're actually getting those shipped out right now. We're a little bit behind schedule. How are you coming along with that, Rob? We gotta get these out.
I'm going as fast as I can. He's doing covers now? What the fuck? I love it.
Hey kids, want to hear about the best comic book show on YouTube? It's What to Pick Up This Week! Starring Harrison and Sienna from Ultimate Comics. Find out what books to grab each week, from the best stories to the hottest covers, and never be alone again!
What the first appearance this week? You were like,
black suit.
yeah. What? So what's coming out this week? Marvel Comics.
Marvel Comics.
Big new
Let's
release.
start. Yeah.
And they're also doing really cool 1 in 50 symbiote blanks.
Flipping through it, and the art looks phenomenal.
Everyone's gonna be after this. I'm sure it's gonna be double, triple ratio.
So nice.
Yeah, that's him writing it. He had the obviously really long-running Flash Rebirth series. James Herron does the Ultra Mega cover, and Tilly Walden and Charlie Adler both do Walking Dead covers.
It captures everything that I love about Superman, like that wish fulfillment, that hopefulness. It's fantastic.
You want photos or you want to kill him?
I want a shot. Some people want that.
Little Francis Hugh does a 1 in 25, and Pepe Larraz does that little sweet 1 in 50. So a lot of really.
You have options.
Number 1.
Both covers.
Well, it's gonna have a lower.
125
It's
insanely
gonna have a lower print run.
to do a really beautiful 1 in 25.
No one's gonna want that. Though.
No, J. Scott Campbell.
J. Scott Campbell. Chewie is just like chucking dingo.
A good horror book,
Yeah.
which this is horror as well, and has to do with the legend of the Bunny Mask.
You get a gorgeous Peach Momoko aforementioned Scarlet Witch cover. Joe Quesada and Jimmy Palmiotti. It is the Moon Knight exclusive by Joe Gisco.
Hey, please let us host the Eisners next year.
Rick and Morty comics. Like die, like you.
1 in 50. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Now that's a good. Now that's a look.
Now that's a
With
look.
the ears.
That's all right.
All right. Like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you next week.
Just got.
Mamo? Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo.
Mamo?
Mamo. Mamo.
I wear my sunglasses anytime I
Boy.
Berserker, Boomer Studios.
Mr. Hybrid, I smell your hybrid. Mr. Hybrid, wandering down the avenue, swinging a cane, feeling no pain. Mr. Hybrid, I smell you.
looking around.
But I raise my head from sorrow and I look right to tomorrow. I look it in its one good eye and I say, I'm Kid Country. Yeah.
Live.
How live are we, Dan?
Completely alive now that it's let me add
Yeah.
feedback.
Completely and utterly live. Hello, I'm Victor Lewis. I have a whole Jaws outfit today. I'm pretty psyched about, but the point is not how good I look. The point is welcome to the 300th iteration of the Ultimate Comics live show. And that's just like it. That's overall, right? That's not just Thursday shows. It's like
It's overall, yeah, cumulative,
from the beginning
including specials.
to now. Nice. Wow. It's an honor that I get to hang out and do the 300th show. I'm sure you've already looked at the preview books and you know the juice that is on the way. And Lord knows there's plenty of juice in the preview books. I actually just kind of like have a box here whenever I feel like we need to pick me up. I'm just going to take one of these beauties out and plop it on up. But let's do a quick housekeeping thing. Let's talk about procedures, rules, etc., etc. You'll see the claim form in the pinned comment and the description of the video. If it's your first time here, that's where you put all your vital information: name, address, social security number, mother's maiden name, street you grew up on, etc., etc. If this is not your first time, it's probably a good idea to go and make sure the information over on that sheet is correct, because that sheet is crucial to how we get the things you buy tonight to you / where you live. What is still up here? Oh, is this just standard?
It's our new exclusive.
That was very distracting for a second. I just noticed it. That's how dumb I am. I had to kind of peek over. Anyway, let's get back on track. Claiming, form, filling it out. Yeah, do that. Check your information is correct. That's how we get you stuff. But how do I claim stuff? Let me tell you. Got this board right here with lots A through I letters. All of these letters. I'm going to put a thing up on it. Like this right here. We got this X-Men comic. This is a perfect example. If you wanted to buy this, you would say X-Men on A X-Men, some variation of a short descriptor in the lot that it's on. Because you got to be specific. There's only so many comic / comic book characters in the world. You can't just say X-Men. I don't know what you're talking about. And if you just say A, I don't know if you're just exclaiming. You're doing whatever. This is getting too theatrical and weird. Let's talk about shipping. Shipping is $8 flat. Whatever you buy all the time, $8. It's not a great deal for us, but it's a great deal for you. And that's perfectly fine. Other great deals is layaway. Because layaway is something that we do to make higher ticket items a little bit more accessible. No interest rates, just a friendly agreement where you pay 15% down, 10% a month for 6 months. That adds up to 100% probably. And we give you the thing. The catch is you only have one layaway at a time. And we do have some big ticket items on tonight's show. If you already have a layaway active, you would need to pay up, settle up, close the tab on that layaway before you start a new one. Good thing we got none other than Hacker Dan on the ones and twos. He will sort you out. Open a chat. Say some stuff. We'd love to talk with you. Or at least Dan would. I just talk at you. That's my job. I still haven't gotten what I want, which is a screen where I can see the chat.
One day.
Read it live. One day I will get that. And that brings us to our last thing. Speaking of the show, speaking of my desires, share the show. This right here, what's that on the side? That's the share prize. The share prize is what you Yes, you can get for every public share you make, every clicking of the link, putting of the link on various walls in groups, as long as it's a public share, we can see it. And if we can see it, you get entered to win the share prize, this Spider-Man 300 Vampirella homage cover over here, thanks to Dynamite Comics and also Dan. So it's probably about time to get cooking. What do you think, Dan?
Sounds good.
Wonderful. I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to start off with, because obviously it's kind of a big deal. It's the 300th show. So we're going to do something that's birthday focused and also $10. I'm not going to plonk down something that's $800 right off the bat. We got this 80-page giant Superman 207, the 30th anniversary. It's not 300. It's 30th, though. And, you know, it's Soup's. It's a birthday thing. I mostly picked it because of Brainiac giving that thumbs down.
That's pretty great.
It's pretty awesome. Big fan. This is going to be just $10, and I can't put it on A because A is already occupied with our X-Men variant, which, if you haven't seen this variant, look at how cool it is.
Not only that, it's a wraparound.
It's a wraparound. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because I'm lazy, but we have that sketch cover. We got both of them right here.
That's the X-Men Hellfire Gala #1.
You go ahead and carefully put that back so don't knock down any books immediately. I'm going to put down one of those mini trade paperback graphic novels, Spider-Man Kingpin to the Death, a Stan Lee Romita DeFalco joint, 3 heavy hitters. And this, popping that down for just $10.
Wayne, Jilliet, there's Christian all saying happy 300th.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to see if I can convince the comic wizard himself, Jeremy Tardy, to make an appearance. And make no promises. I've already put the invitation out there. It's up to him to accept it. We don't force people to do things they don't want to here on the Ultimate Comics Live Show. What we do is put up Jurassic Park comics, the authorized adaptation of the #1 hit film from Topps, The Lost World. And this isn't just that #1. It's 1 through 4. The complete set. The complete Jurassic Park. The Lost. Yeah, that T-Rex. The complete Lost World adaptation. And it's crazy that they included the Compsognathus assault here. Oh ho ho! Yeah.
I just came to tell you it's adaptation.
What? What? I don't get to say adaptation. Adaptation. I hate you, Jeremy. I don't actually. Thank you.
We don't make people do things they don't want to on the Ultimate Comics Live Show.
Yeah.
Unless it's pretty
Unless they come in here. Yes, goodbye. Have an excellent rest of your evening, my friend. Okay. Ooh, now that I've gotten curb stomped by Jeremy Tardy, let's just get back to talking about comic books. With this Uncanny X-Men 358 and 359, a little 2-parter story set here, featuring that glamorous rogue shot. We love 90s comic stuff. 2-issue story arc, relatively high grade, just $5.
Right. Jimmy Lee's taking one of the colored covers for the X-Men Hellfire on A.
Nice, good choice.
Jelly says Tarny. Patrick says give us some trivia throughout the night, like the first show. That's something that we've actually been cooking up for the anniversary show in August, I believe. Alex says, hey, I know that guy. And then Jimmy Lee is also claiming the X-Men on E.
Yeah, I feel like if we were doing deep Ultimate Comics and live show lore, Jeremy would 100% be on camera.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't have to convince him to come in here and correct my pronunciation. Well, that's not even pronunciation.
Oh, he is canceling that claim on E, so I guess that can go back.
Okay.
No worries. But then, just to reiterate, I do have you for a colored cover of the exclusive on A, Jimmy. And I will delete that E claim. Good.
Other things I'm going to put up. Got a little bit of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but not just any TMNT, a crossover with Usagi Yojimbo. It's the one shot. It's cover B. It's pretty dynamic. I like it a lot. Very fine near mint condition on this bad boy. $35.
Yeah, super fun. A lot going on in that cover, but just looks great.
It does look great. We briefly talked about this last time, and I'm just going to put it back up because we found another copy. The red Kryptonite King Kong Superman. It still owns bones. It's still fun. Popping this down for just $5. We'll put up a trade paperback. It's not a weird trade. It's a fun trade. The Hulkverines trade, and we made Weapon H the Hulk with Wolverine claws, because at a certain point, comics are just pitching ideas. What if Hulk had Wolverine claws, and how do we make that happen? This is a brand new trade paperback of Hulkverines. H for Hulkverines. See, I haven't done that in a while, but we did it.
I like it.
And then finally, on I, War of the Realms, Agents of Atlas, issue number 1. This is the second printing variant featuring, what's this person's name again?
I already forgot. Something Snow.
Yeah, like Alpha Snow, Alpha Frost. There's something in there.
Luna Snow.
Luna Snow, yeah. Because mostly what we're talking about is how cool the character design is. It's like not Rogue, the little armor piece is cool. Well, now I've got a full house, and I got to figure something out.
Dig down the A, probably. That was on Tuesday, unless people missed it.
I mean,
You want to keep the exclusive up for a minute?
I do want to keep the exclusive up for a minute. I'll tell you what, the King Kong Superman is something we've already seen. I know that it just went out, but hey, we talked about King Kong Superman before. It's cool. Is it new? Is it special? Not necessarily.
Patrick says, what if Spider-Man was bit by an ant? Well, then you get Ant-Man.
Yeah, it has the proportional strength and powers of an ant.
Would you do E and the G that you just took down together for 7? E's at 5. I think it came out to 10.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so we'll do that for Chris St. George. Would you do I for 6? You have it at 10 for Derek.
Let me check on the list price just to make sure we're not going all the way down.
I. That was H.
Oh.
Not even offer on H after that. So.
Okay, fine. What was the offer on I?
Offer on I for 6, and then Bernie's coming in and taking H at full price before that offer came in. I just didn't catch it.
Okay, and I can do I for 6.
All right.
I have more than one copy of that, so I'll make a little post-it note. Man, my handwriting is so terrible.
Would you do...
Look at that. Post-it notes.
All right. Adam's going to take a copy of I.
I'll bring you 2. Stores are getting a little low. Presumably because now it's marked down so much.
And you have the...
I do.
Like,
Just got momentarily distracted.
no worries.
I'm going to put down this Thor, God of Thunder, #1. It's not that God Butcher we've been talking about a lot, but it is an exceptionally good cover. $30 for this bad boy. And let's go ahead and do something relatively big. I mean, yeah, I said I didn't want to put down $800 books immediately, but Spawn 227 is going to go up right now.
Did you counter my offer on B, or did I just miss you? It was for $6 on that Superman 30.
I did not hear an offer for B.
Oh, no worries. I might have just.
Do you know if this is accurate?
That is accurate. I put that down.
Okay. Well, in that case, that Spawn 227 is in the board right now. And yeah, what was the offer for B?
$6 for Alan.
Yeah, sure, you got it, Alan.
All right.
Unless it's Alan Gill, in which case, no.
It is not. Different Alan. Sorry, it took me a second to process. I mean, if it was Alan Gill, he'd already own it, technically. He'd be like, just take off the board.
That's mine now. I've got the Color Walking Dead, The Walking Dead Deluxe #1. But not just any old copy of Walking Dead Deluxe, the Art Adams variant of Walking Dead Deluxe #1. Just a clean $5.
Jennifer says, Victor, nice shirt you got on. What is it?
I would love to tell you. I don't know how much you can see, but it's a Jaws t-shirt and then a full Jaws printed shirt.
Oh, that's pretty. We can only see the ship and then some of the shark mouth. That's pretty sick.
That's all you need. That's the 2 crucial parts of Jaws: the ship and part of the shark mouth.
Would you do D for 15? You have it at 20.
It's a set. Of course I would. How dare you assume that I wouldn't?
That's going to Becca. What is the grade on G?
Let's take a nice little look here. It is taped, so just be patient. Because I already have an idea of what I want to say. I just want to confirm it before I say anything. Oh, yeah, dude. Near mid plus. Not a problem.
You got an offer on that book?
Do I?
Would you do 100?
I would do 120. That's what I would do. And I'm also going to make sure everyone knows that it is in fact Morbin time. Because this is Morbius #1 for $10. Since no one responded to our desperate plea for someone to please morbid on up. I'm going to put down the Red Sonja She-Devil with a Sword issue 0. Coming in at a bargain, just $5. Which gives us a relatively full board. I mean, it's probably time to take down Hellfire Goblin and move on.
Would you do H for 7? You have it at 10. Morbin time.
Yeah, of course. Yo. Easy work.
What is the share price?
The share prize is a Spider-Man 300 homage cover of Vengeance of Vampirella, if I'm not mistaken. Yup. I'm not sure what issue it is. Maybe 25, according to this. You fact check that for me, Dan?
Sorry, what?
That's issue 25, right?
I think it's on the back of... Yeah, okay. You're right.
Hell yeah.
I was like, oh, I can't remember.
Digging things out of boxes over here. Since I got some space open, I do. A and H are both open. I'm going to put down this Captain America set here, 327 to 331, a full story arc of the Captain, parts 1 through 5, which is also going to be the first appearance of B-Man and the first John Walker cover. Put that here on A. And I'll be popping down. I mean, I can't put it all on the thing because it's thick, but a full set of Uncanny Avengers, which I really liked Uncanny Avengers. See, now I'm scared to say names. Rick Remender, before Jeremy materializes back in here to correct me on my pronunciation. But it's a Remender and Cassidy joint. This is issues 1 through 25, and a whole lot of cool stuff happens in here. Like, they put Charles Xavier's brain in Red Skull. Things just go bananas. Jackin becomes Death for a little while. The Apocalypse Twins show up and start doing all sorts of things. This completes that as a wild ride if you haven't read Uncanny Avengers.
Would you do F for 25? Give it at 35.
What is F? Is that the Usagi? Yeah, sure.
All right, going to Dan Grant. No worries, Dave. Say he's passing on that spawn.
It's okay.
Paul's asking, is the share prize Vampirilla and Red Sonja?
It's none of your business right now. It's just Vampirella. Don't worry about it. All I'm saying is you should feel incentivized to share the link. And that's all we're going to say about that. If only I had been more careful.
Jelliot is taking A, and then Eddie Obregon is taking H.
All right. Love to see the Uncanny Avengers getting taken. You also may have noticed that I put a post-it note on Spawn. Please consider, for any show regulars, that I do not put post-it notes after offers.
That's why I didn't even say the offer. I'm surprised.
I mean, hey, you got to get that hashtag engagement. I like when people actually talk to me. But in this particular case, I feel like it is the 300th show, and I should be a kinder, gentler victim.
For one day.
For, one show. More supersets here. Since Uncanny went, I feel empowered to put up something that we've worked on for forever. The entire Atlantis Attacks crossover.
I can't believe we finished.
I can't believe we finished it. It's so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 comics from Silver Surfer to X Factor, Daredevil, Punisher. Yeah, Tony's coming back. He's busting in right now. Anyway, 14 issues worth of Atlantis Attacks, the complete storyline, $75 for this. That's the first time She-Hulk fights Abomination, first time Jubilee is on a cover. Silver Sable's origin happens in that. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff.
What is on I?
What is on I? I is War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas, issue number 1, the second printing variant. Glad I could clear that up.
Randy Huey's taking copy of Agents Atlas on I.
All right, we're now down to our last one, and that is a deal. It is a deal price. Someone braver than you negotiated that down.
Yep.
Pick it on up.
Stephen Conlin's taking that last Agents Atlas.
All right.
We will have Dragon Ball later on in the show. It's one of the preview books.
Now, you see what happens when you pay attention. Just give me a second. Hey, Dragon Ball guy, what is your name? What's her name, Dan?
It's Dan Grant.
Everyone say thank you, Dan. I mean, unless Dan just buys it, in which case, like, Dan just needs to thank himself. Bada bing, bada boom. Asking, you shall receive. We got issues 1 through 4 of the first Dragon Ball United States series. The first time in comic size. This is the third printing on one of them, it seems. But either way, very fine near mint condition on this Dragon Ball. $150 for the lot. 4 issues, not just one. 4 issues. I feel like I need to fan it out just so we know.
Yeah. That's all. I've never seen them in comic size before. That's really cool.
I was having fun looking at the Akira comics the other day.
Oh, yeah. What was the grade on G that you said again? This one?
Oh, G is near mint.
And then
Potentially near mint plus.
Dan's coming at you with an offer on Dragon Ball.
Yeah, what you got?
Would you do 120? Give it at 150.
Let's start at 140. How do you feel? And you did specifically ask for it.
Alright, yeah, let's know if 140 works.
Got this Bellet and Valeria sword versus sorcery 1 in 10 virgin variant. Because I spent my time before the show this go around opening the virgin variants and writing down what they are in the little post-it notes, so I don't have to look you in the figurative face and say, this is something.
Alright, Dan is coming at you with a combo offer.
Really?
A and G together, the Dragon Ball and the Spawn for $250.
Really? You know? Sure. Okay. Deal.
All right.
You may have noticed I didn't take the Spawn down. It's still at 120, and it can still be yours. We have more than one. Surprise, surprise. It's not quite a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle situation, if you remember that. But we do have more than one. I will try and keep track. I will probably make sure Dan does the same.
Yeah, no worries. What is on C?
C is one of those, not a comic, not a full graphic novel, extended stories, Spider-Man versus Kingpin to the death. That's a Stanley and Romita and DeFalco joint. Which I liked on DeFalco. I've got this really cool dual cover of the Batman and Detective Comics annuals that make this full picture of Azrael and the question. And yeah, right? I'm trying to hold it up somewhat stable so you can get the picture. But I think that's pretty rad.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And both of those are $8, $4 per comic. I'll top it off with more DC Comics with this Jim Lee 8th print run low variant of Justice League #1. I kind of want to take the sticker off so you can see it because it's a horizontal joint. But that's a Jim Lee variant of this.
Cool. Would you do C for 8? You have it at 10? That Spider-Man, Kingpin, Death to the Death?
I would, sure. It's a fun story.
It's going to Dan Moore.
I'm going to put up a Planet of the Apes trade paperback. Not just any of these Planet of the Apes, though. It's based on the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes, which I will actually go to bat for. I will go to bat for the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes. Is it the best Planet of the Apes? No, because the best Planet of the Apes is the second Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Mm-hmm.
That one goes real hard. But I think it's more than serviceable. Not as good as the new Apes movies. Doesn't quite hit the campy heights of the old ones, but it works as like a modern, gritty Planet of the Apes reboot. And as much as I enjoy the realistic new ones of the apes participating actively in the fall of man, sometimes you just want to see monkeys in suits of armor, dog. Sometimes that's just how it is.
Christian says, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, it's doomsday.
Is the first time I watched Beneath the Planet of the Apes, in the last 5 minutes, my jaw just hit the floor because in a million years, I did not expect that. I need to stop talking.
When he says a new Planet of the Apes series is on its way.
Series in what sense?
Oh, yeah. Let us know. I haven't heard anything about that.
Because I wouldn't be shocked if it's like new movies. I wouldn't be shocked if it's a TV show at this point. I would love a miniseries, to be perfectly honest.
Same, actually.
I would, and like that's a rare sentence to come out of my mouth. Never does Victor say, "I really would love a miniseries." Let's see. Something's got to come down. Bella just went here. Everybody loves Red Sonja. That's pretty classic. Spawn is doing Spawn stuff. Justice League, you just went up. Let's do Walking Dead. Walking Dead can probably get pulled. I'll replace it with another trade paperback, except this is a trade hardback, so I'm sure there's a better word for that. But it's the Three Jokers hardback, and it's brand spanking new, still in the shrink wrap.
Oh, shoot.
How much the discount? Yeah, that $25 is a $5 discount off cover price. I mean, maybe I'm not supposed to tell you that, but I did.
Have that story that Jeff John's coming back to tell after like 4 years or something like that.
And a pretty good story to boot.
Yeah. Would you do F for 6? You have it at 8.
The two cool covers?
The two cool covers.
You got it.
Sweet.
You got it.
More. And then, yeah, if you like, especially like Red Hood gets a lot to do in that Three Jokers story. It's good.
The world's turnaround on Jason Todd is such a strange thing. It's like we all decided, no, wait, we like him actually after we literally voted to murder him because we just couldn't stand his ass.
Mm-hmm.
I've got an IDW Comics joint that's pretty rad. Womanthology Space 1 through 5, all 5 issues of Womanthology Space. I kind of just want to run through the covers, just because the covers themselves tell a little piece of the story you can expect from Womanthology. It rips, honestly. Especially that one, yeah. Headed towards that cosmic energy being vibe. But just $10 for the entire set. It's a deal.
Becca, you can absolutely claim one of those Walking Deads that we took down.
Yeah,
what
sure.
What was it at again?
$5.
5. All right. We did have multiple copies of that, so I got you taken care of. Sean Conley is claiming space on F.
I'm surprised Atlantis Attacks is still here.
Same.
Clearly, you people have no idea how hard it is to put that shit together.
Christian says Jason Todd had to find himself after nearly dying. Some brainwashing did help.
I mean,
A
yeah.
little.
It can really help you forget a lot of important stuff. Put down this Black Panther issue 30. We just can't get enough of Marvel Zombie stuff. We love Zombies variants. High grade copy to boot, just $10. Let's see what else I can find over here. Lord. Okay. You guys remember when I was kind of first starting out and one of my main catchphrases was just like, all right, we're going to do some weird stuff. All right, we're going to do some weird stuff. So I just ran across this and I got to say I am intrigued. Fantastic Giants. A Steve Ditko special. It looks like Steve Ditko somewhere back when the Comics Code Authority was still doing stuff, made a kaiju comic, like an American kaiju comic.
Conga and Gorgo?
Right? I am so interested, and that's just $5. It's a relatively low-grade copy, that's why it's cheap. But yeah, I'm intrigued, to say the least.
Christian's got you a hashtag. Just a hashtag, all right, we're going to do some weird stuff.
All right, we're going to do some weird stuff.
Kevin is claiming that Fantastic Giants on D.
Unsurprising.
Oh, for real.
Yeah.
And then what is on A?
A is the... All right, I'm just going to hold up. It's going to be easier if I just do that.
Yeah, plus it just gives you that full look at it.
So this is the first issue of one of the first issues of Justice League. It is the 8th print variant, and it's a Jim Lee variant to boot. As later print runs usually are, it's a lower print run, so it's harder to track down, which is why in near mint condition it comes in at $40. I mean, mostly because the people love Jim Lee art, honestly.
Basically. I got an offer on that. Would you do it for 20 or at 40?
I'd do it for 30. How does that sound? I think I just did a couple things off. I've got a 2-issue set of the Dark Crystal. This also say adaptation. Adaptation. I'm gonna do so much research on this. You guys have no idea. I need to
prove a point.
Oh yeah.
Go back with like a 6-page essay.
But if I'm wrong, that's fine. And I don't care what the chat says. Hush, hush, hush now. Anyway, Dark Crystal, the complete 2-issue set of the movie adaptation. The pronunciation I will use until I figure out one way or the other. $10 for the Dark Crystal adaptation. And what else do I want to put up here?
Paul saying his favorite of your catchphrases is "Give me $1 so I feel like I won."
Yep, it's true. I never lied. We got Adventure Comics issue 371 featuring a catchphrase I'd like to implement. That's the way the kryptonite crumbles. I would love to say that in real life at some point. I probably will. I'm gonna get drunk at the Gathering place in Chapel Hill and start telling people that's how the kryptonite crumbles. $5 in this bad boy. Give me $1. I feel like I won. I forgot about that. It was very funny.
Sean Conley is taking Adventures on E. That's just the way the kryptonite crumbles.
It is indeed. Spawn and Atlantis still on the board, huh? Great.
No. Out there says, "What's up, Ultimate Comics family?"
Yeah, what's up, baby? Yeah, this Pacific Comics presents The Rocketeer and Steve Ditko's The Missing Man. A little two-part, a little double feature. It's like being at the drive-in movies with your sweetheart drinking a malted milkshake. High-grade copy, $10 on this.
I love the specificity of that.
I'm glad that got you a little bit, Dan. Man, that drive-in movie theater at Chapel Hill closing is equal parts sad and kind of funny. I mean, it was a business model that worked in COVID pandemic quarantine times, and they lasted as long as they could, but it had to go eventually.
Yeah. Never been to a drive-in.
It is exactly as whelming as you anticipate. That's just unfortunate truths about it. I mean, it's fun, it's cool, but
it's cool for like the novelty.
Yeah,
of it.
but you also just want to go to a movie sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like in this issue of Superman, issue 236, Clark is going to literal cartoon fire and brimstone hell. Like, we have demons exactly the way you picture them. Giant skull-clad gates of hell, flames. Does Clark dare to enter the gates of hell? Well, I mean, if a demon is talking shit, I feel like Superman probably will make it happen. Something gets knocked off the board. Probably Atlantis.
Just guess so.
Yeah, I guess so.
Man, we tried so hard.
We tried so hard and got so far, Dan.
But in the end,
it didn't even matter. I'm going to put it in that box because we're definitely going to see that later.
So it'll be back for last looks.
It certainly will be. And I'm not going to do last looks early this time, even though I thought about it. Because it made the show way more fun.
Chris St. George picking up that Superman Goes to Hell on H.
I'm always excited.
I think a lot of people that wanted
because it's kind of a crapshoot when I put up the old-timey Superman covers that I love so much, because when I look at it, I'm getting the full experience. I'm getting the charm of the weird-ass cover. And when you look at it on your screen, you're not really getting the same experience. But all of these are kind of a gamble. And not just for content. Is it actually going to be fun? Is it worth the damn thing? Doesn't matter. You just have to buy the Superman and take the ride.
Yeah.
Superman issue 198 features this conspiracy theory ass guy that seems to believe that Superman is posing as Clark Kent and has kidnapped him, which I think is an excellent turn on someone figuring out that Superman and Clark Kent are the same person, instead of, oh my God, Clark, you're Superman. This dude is just like, to hell with that. You clearly kidnapped Clark Kent and you're posing as him.
That's great. What is on B?
B is the Three Jokers trade paperback, trade hardback, hardcover, brand new, still in the shrink wrap, absolutely mint, absolutely fresh.
Sean Conley taking Superman on H.
I will keep digging up.
He is our big Superman guy.
I will keep digging up weird Superman shit. Because his weird covers are more engaging than the weird Superboy covers. The Superboy covers are just, like, strange.
Yeah.
In general. I mean, yeah, he just went to hell. How about fighting the literal devil?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, some kind of psychic-looking ass guy. But I don't know why Satan would need a voodoo doll. But it is what it is. In this issue of Superman. Yeah. Come on down. Looks like
the devil's partner.
Yeah, it's the devil's partner. It looks like the devil is controlling him with a little voodoo doll. Fuck it, nothing matters. $5 on this.
Kyle Maltaire's coming first for the action on H.
People's H. Well, I mean, it's not Superman, but it is weird. It's another DC special. Strangest Sports Tales Ever Told. This is the 9th issue of DC Special, Strangest Sports Tales Ever Told. Who was the mysterious World Series team that couldn't be seen? Which planet will win the Olympics of the future? What was the secret of the Phantom Prize Fighter? How and where will championship golf be played in the 24th century? The answers to these secrets and many more can be unlocked
Love
for
that cover.
just $5.
It's like the invisible baseball.
The invisible baseball player really is top notch. I'm going to put down a full spooky Batman cover, a variant of Detective Comics 1017. Just a little pulp art callback cover. High grade copy, $5 on this. Something gets replaced, it's Planet of the Apes. Something I fully understand. The Tim Burton Planet of the Apes is a thing.
It exists. Alright, Jennifer's claiming C, that Batman or detective you just put down.
All right. I'm going to put down JSA issue 73, a comic that I dearly love, and not just because it featured the famous Alex Ross cover artwork. Because that is Ross, right?
That is Ross.
It's got to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Some people ape his style well enough that I think it's him and it's not, but that's totally him. The crossover you never knew you needed, but sure, nothing matters. Let's do whatever. Red Sonja and Vampirella meet Betty and Veronica.
So many words.
Yes, that is word salad. That would instantly vaporize a peasant from medieval times.
Jason Himmelwright's taking that JSA on C.
All right.
Well, the Day of Vengeance tie-in.
In very good condition, I'm going to put down Detective Comics issue 250, featuring Batman's super enemy, where this man with the world's most pronounced chin is just tossing a car and Bruce and Dick. Detective Comics issue 250 in very good condition, coming in at $120. One of our nice books of the evening. And we'll also, for DC Comics stuff, be putting down the Crisis on Infinite Earths giant collected edition.
Sick.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a brick. It is like new. Spine not split.
Oh yeah, I was looking at that earlier. It looks really
Also,
nice.
I saw that someone criticized me for being like, oh, it looks great. Nobody's ever opened it. And then, Victor opened it up on Sync. I hold the spine like this, motherfucker. All right? This is how I read my books at home, not just on the show. I don't ever break the spine. I'm the best that's ever lived. Don't ever forget it. I'm going to put this down, replacing this Justice League.
But yeah, I mean, the Crisis on Infinite Earths was a huge book that just kind of really redefined how superhero comics were done. And then, just big for the DC universe.
Yeah, and
also,
weird people like me really enjoy Superboy Prime.
me too. He's one of my favorites.
He's really great.
And then also,
I know it's fun to dunk on him, but it's an engaging concept and honestly well portrayed.
He's great, yeah. And George Perez, Mark Wolfman, it's great.
So much Perez action, so many group shots, which is where he really shines.
Yes, I love his designs for like the anti-monitor and everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll put out Adventure Comics featuring Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. Adventure Comics issue 365, where they are escaping the Fatal Five. $5 on this guy.
And also, if you're reading Dark Crisis right now, Pariah has a pretty big role in that. He's in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Figure out kind of what he's talking about.
Yeah. So many DC events have the words infinite and or crisis in them.
Yeah.
But that is the first one, right? Like Crisis on Infinite Earths,
the first
then
one.
Infinite Crisis, then Final Crisis. Has the metal stuff been given a crisis name?
It is not,
At
but
this
it's
point,
basically the same.
It's the same thing. It's definitely a crisis event.
Yeah. Because, I mean, there's also like Zero Crisis, which isn't necessarily a crisis event, but it is. Convergence, basically.
Convergence totally counts as a crisis event.
We don't do trading. If you would like to send an email to ultimatecomicsonline@gmail.com if you're interested in selling. But yeah, we don't do trades.
something finds a new home, it's probably Spawn.
I think so. It's been out there for a minute.
You know, it's not going to be Spawn. First, I'm going to put down this Teen Titans where everyone is just jeering him to quit.
Hey, Joe just popped up in the Robin book. He said, "Happy Thursday, y'all. My Friday's day."
Happy Thursday, baby. I'm going to swap out Dark Crystal.
He might have gotten that one from us already, though. I don't remember.
Going full used car salesman, boys.
Would you do that hardcover 3 Jokers for 15? Give it a 25.
Sure. Fuck it. I don't care. Spawn's $100. Nothing matters. $40 off original price. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's do it.
Any Wolverine tonight?
Potentially. I've seen it when I've been flipping through the boxes. I'll pull it out whenever I see it next time. In the meantime, I'm going to put down issues 1 through 4. We do a lot of sets. We don't do a lot of trade paperback sets. 4 volumes worth of Rick and Morty comics. These are all trade paperbacks. How many is this total? Oh, come on. If you're a real comic company, you list the issues on the back. Come on, Oni Press. Get it together. You're supposed to tell me what issues it is. Either way, 4 issues worth of Rick and Morty comics. The lot of it, just $50. Which a cover price for each of 20, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, that's an instant $30 discount for buying it together. Boom.
So how do you want to handle? Because you cut G, but we did sell one at that price already. Did you want me to?
We didn't sell one at that price. We sold one as part of a combo offer.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
That's right.
All right. Dave is gonna do it. A copy of G.
I told you it's not like Ninja Turtles. It's not like Ninja Turtles, but we still have a couple more. Man, I read Grayson. I loved Grayson. And I don't know what the hell is going on. Oh, it's a variant. Okay. All right. I was having some problems with Grayson issue 14 having a Looney Tunes variant cover in which Porky Pig is involved. That shit felt like a fever dream for a second. I was scanning the archives. No, wait, I read Grayson. Porky Pig was nowhere to be found in Grayson.
I haven't read all of Grayson, but I have liked when I read.
It's so good.
But the funny thing, you mentioned it too, is Tom King did the Batman crossing over with Elmer Fudd, but the bar that they go to, the bartender is Porky Pig.
If you're crossing Batman over for a Looney Tunes cover, why in the world would it be Elmer Fudd, the only, well, no, Yosemite Sam, one of 2 gun-centric Looney Tunes? I guess Superman probably got bugs.
I think so. That sounds.
Why wouldn't it be Wile E. Coyote or the Roadrunner? Because of all the gadgets Batman has. Why wouldn't it be the Coyote and his Acme shit?
I'd say Roadrunner was with
Flash, probably.
Tasmania was with Lobo. You know, I'm just gonna look it up.
Tasmanian Devil and Lobo is a tattoo that someone had before that crossover variant cover happened. Guaranteed.
Super Sons and Dynamite.
Ooh, nice.
Yup. Green Lantern, Space Ghost. I love that one. Suicide Squad and the Banana Splits.
Yeah, the Green Lantern Space Ghost rules.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to swap out Strange Sports Stories for the Detective Comics issue 1000. This is the 30s variant cover with Batman looming over what's not the Klan, but is also the Klan. A high-grade copy, just $10. Gonna swap out something else. Let's see. What's on the chopping block?
Deathstroke and Yogi Bear.
Deathstroke and Yogi Bear?
That makes sense.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do Red Sonja, Betty, and Veronica for this 2-parter ROM Space Knight 26 and 27 featuring Galactus. Because ROM Space Knight is sort of a sleeper Marvel comic. It's one of the last bastions of, oh, well, you don't really know Marvel.
Yeah.
And I say that as someone that has never read a single issue of ROM Space Knight. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of the cred people have that know about ROM over me. Uncanny X-Men issue 124, The Proletarian. We love to point out the linen overalls. Coveralls? What's the difference between overalls and coveralls?
Christian says Batman probably didn't end up with Wile E. Coyote because Wile E. wanted Bruce Wayne to buy the Acme company. We had Joker and Daffy Duck. That was a fun one.
Joker and Daffy Duck does sound like a fun one.
Booster Gold and the Flintstones. Oh, yeah, Martian Manhunter and Marvin the Martian.
Yeah, you gotta put the Martians together. We don't do a lot of Iron Man mini sets because they're a little bit harder to find. Issues 142 to 144 feature outer space Iron Man armor and Vietnam Iron Man action, which is spicy in and of itself. But this Iron Man mini set, 142 to 144, is in fine condition. And the whole thing is going to be just $10. And I'm going to swap out F.
is taking X-Men on G.
Okay.
Joe Ridley is informing us that one has sleeves and one doesn't for overalls versus coveralls.
I would assume coveralls has sleeves.
That would be my guess.
Yeah, because it is covering all.
Dave Kirby is taking Iron Man on F. Yeah.
Put up some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, book 24 of TMNT to be perfectly precise. Just $20, a high grade copy.
What is on H and I?
H is issue 1000 of Detective Comics. Specifically, it's the 1930s variant. I is issues 26 to 27 of ROM Space Knight, featuring an appearance / conflict with none other than Galactus.
Christian saying Lobo Saltas. Like, yeah, he's gonna make a good pet and sidekick. I think that's fitting.
I'm going to put up for $8 the trade paperback of Night of the Living Deadpool, which I remember that story. The whole time post Deadpool Kills Marvel Universe was so fun. Or let's just make Deadpool do increasingly banana shit.
Oh, I was backwards. Lobo had Roadrunner, and I'm just looking up these in the meantime. F is going to Dan Moore, that Deadpool.
That's the one I just put down?
Yup.
I'm going to swap that out for another one along the same lines, Deadpool's Art of War. Another trade paperback, just $6 on this one. A little cheaper than Night of the Living Deadpool. I'm going to put down this Captain America issue 34, which is the first appearance of Bucky as Captain America. High grade copy, just $10. What's getting swapped out? Probably this Detective Comics, honestly.
And then Dan is taking the new Deadpool on F, Art of War.
You got it.
Christian is saying it would have been crazier if Harley Quinn had met Taz. She would have adopted him and never let him go.
No, he would live with Harley forevermore.
Yup.
I'm actually checking the time this go around.
Would you do H for 7? You have it at 10. Detective 1000.
Sure. I need the space.
This is the cover I almost got.
I'm going to pop down Shadowland, a Marvel limited series, Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, Moon Knight, Punisher, any character that you could vaguely connect with like greedy city life / the darker side of Marvel. 1 through 5, complete set of it. High grade copies, all $20 for the complete set. We do love sets, or at least I do. which, since we got a little bit of Daredevil love, why not a little bit more? Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, issue 90. Fear is a man. I like that it's not Matt that's scared, it's Black Widow. She's famous for doing the most insane espionage shit. I can't. You're falling off a building and I'm scared of heights. Natasha, we know you are not scared of heights.
Would you do D for 6? You were at 10. The Teen Titans, Robin.
Sure.
Let's go into Dan Moore.
We'll put down the Fantastic Four set. The unthinkable prologue in issue 67/496, depending on how you're counting, all the way to Unthinkable Part 4, issue 71/500, depending on how you're counting. Which the Marvel dual numbering I actually thought was pretty helpful. Keeping a consistent tabulation along with our relaunches provides a nice little sticking point of, oh, this is when so-and-so took over. Oh, this is when things changed. That's helpful. But then I can still know, in the larger sense of things, where we are.
It was Wonder Woman who was teamed up with Tasmanian Devil.
This keeps changing.
Yeah, that's partially because I just misremembered, and now that I'm looking it up, I'm like, oh, that was the thing that happened. What is A again? It's the trade paperback for Crisis on Infinite Earths.
It is, and it's in wonderful shape.
Catwoman and Tweety and Sylvester. That's amazing.
That's kind of a cheap shot.
It is, but it does look fun.
All right. Well, we're going to take the Grayson down. As much fun as the Looney Tunes discussion has been. Swap it out for the Shaolin Cowboy. You might recognize that art styles because it's Frank Cho art. The beach volleyball playing nuns all have swimsuit bottoms that say nun bun, which I think is funny. It's the most Frank Cho thing that's ever showed. And this is signed by Frank Cho as well, which is pretty cool. Putting the Shaolin Cowboy issue number 2 with these beach fighting nuns who honestly have incredible, whatever these muscles are called, to the side of your abs for $60. Someone tell me what those muscles are called. If we were able to rally the troops for Looney Tunes, what are these? What are these called?
I don't remember my college biology anymore.
Man, I didn't take biology in college. To high school health class, baby. That's all I needed.
Public school education.
Public school education set me up with everything I need, Dan.
John said love handles.
I mean, yeah. Of course. That's what this is called, baby.
And then Joe said side fat.
Look, we're not talking about our collective sides. We're talking about the idealized anatomical structure, the vaunted heights that only Frank Cho and J. Scott Campbell can reach.
I think Jennifer's coming in to save us all. It says it's the obliques.
The obliques. That sounds correct. That sounds like a muscle. That sounds like a thing. I'm going to put down this Astro City trade paperback, Life in the Big City. Astro City is a thing that I'm going to read specifically because I've seen it here so often and talk to people about it. Astro City sounds like it bangs. And I love works that are really just driven by one person, and Astro City seems to be that. This is my life's work. I will make this comic happen. I'm going to swap out the Rick and Morty, the Astro City trade paperback.
Yeah, that's a favorite of Carrie's store, Daniel.
We don't talk about other Daniel here.
That is true. I just allowed that one mention.
Yeah.
Chris is wondering if you would do 12 on I. You would at 20. It's that Rom Galactus.
I was literally about to take it off the board, so sure. That's a box necro. We're gonna count that, even though it hadn't died yet. The end was near. Put down this Marvel Comics The Thing issue number 3, in which we're dealing with some Inhumans type bullshit. $5 on this.
Would you do F for 6? You have it at 10. That Daredevil.
Sure.
Paul saying he thought Astro City was a fantastic read.
going to put down Spider-Man Soul of the Hunter, direct sequel to Kraven's Last Hunt. Kind of a what-if thing, kind of not. Not a great copy, $10 for this guy. I mean, if you appreciate Kraven's Last Hunt and haven't read that, it has my recommendation of something you should definitely check out. We've got this striking Wonder Woman Rebirth cover. That's got to be an art germ. It has to be. I mean, that's 100% art germ.
Like
so this is a Wonder Woman Rebirth #1 Stanley art germ Lau cover. Just $10 on this guy. What are we swapping out? What are we changing? Probably Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. And that should be the Rebirth one shot. The one shot. Yeah.
The like introduction.
Which is actually a really rad read. I liked that that Wonder Woman one shot a lot. She's just like dealing with what is my origin because she has like 2 conflicting origin stories. And she lassos herself with the lasso of truth and is like, where did I come from?
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, it's sick. Plus, Liam Sharp's doing the art, and Liam Sharp's art is freaking insane.
I'm going to put down the first of our issue 300 on the 300th show, The Incredible Hulk, issue 300, a special abnormally large size issue. If you read there in the bottom right-hand corner, this is a special abnormally large size issue. It's very funny verbiage. $10 in this Hulk issue 300. And another issue 300 that I'd like to put down is the Uncanny X-Men issue 300. A nice foil cover, as everything was back then. But more just a cool team highlight for the era. $5 in near mint condition for this guy. I'm going to put down a copy of Teen Titans issue 11, in which Speedy's back as they fight some kind of mechanical shark-looking thing. I don't know. It's a little James and the Giant Peach, but it's kind of rad. $5 on this. Something gets swapped out. Probably Shadowland.
We got Kamel here coming in first for that X-Men on A.
I have 2 copies.
Oh, sweet. Then the second one is going to... Let me double check, make sure I get this in the correct order here. Jimmy Lee.
Both copies scooped.
Dude, I used to love that friggin' metallic shark thing in James the Giant Peach.
It's a bit of a deep cut, right? But
Yeah.
It's a fun thing to think about if you saw it when you were a kid. Yo, because it looks so cool.
It does, and it's just like shooting out the fish as like dishes,
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah. It eats them and it shoots the fish heads.
Yeah. Beware the rhino. Dude, that was one of my favorite movies growing up.
Oh, man. I can't remember his name. The guy that does the narration. The very famous British actor. Damn. I can't say that I really love him because I don't know his name. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and just hit Journey into Mystery with a special annual edition of the Mighty Thor. The first annual, the inaugural. The first appearance of Hercules, first Zeus, and obviously, since Hercules is here in his first appearance, it is the first time Thor fights Hercules. A fun little note added to this for me that currently this is the #1 issue on Key Collector.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I think that's kind of fun.
Don't think we've got a Ghostbusters #1. I guess we'll keep an eye out on the off chance.
For sure don't have one, but
It is on C and I.
C is Hulk issue 300. I is going to make me rip the tablecloth off this table, the world's shittiest musician. I is The Thing issue 3.
Also, I think if we had Ghostbusters, Tarny would have squirreled that for himself. Absolutely.
Or at least made a big deal out of it. Tarny would be the person selling you Ghostbusters #1, without a doubt. Very similarly to how I'm the person selling you issues 1 through 4 of the Manhattan Projects. Yeah, Tawny sells you Ghostbusters. I sell you the dopest, nerdiest, science-based comic of all time. It's not just any Manhattan Projects, though. All 4 issues are signed by Jonathan Hickman and Pitara with a Pitara sketch of Albert Einstein on the first issue. This shit rules, dude. All of them are signed. The first issue is sketched. $75 for the lot of it. This comic is so good. This Einstein fits in so naturally. It looks like it is supposed to be there. It is rad as hell. What's coming down?
You got a couple offers as well.
Tell me those offers, Dan.
Would you do the Shaolin Cowboy on E for 40? You have it at 60.
Sure.
Would you do A for 160? You have it at 200.
I would do the #1 issue on Key Collector for $180.
Right. And then what condition is it in?
Good. We have the James and the Giant Peach Shark that didn't really get any attention. That's fine. I'm going to swap out for another Teen Titans. Please be specific. Please, please, please. Because Teen Titans on H, Teen Titans on I. I is Teen Titans 19, which is the first Speedy as part of the team. First Speedy as one of the Teen Titans. So we have Speedy's first join of the team, and also Speedy coming back. Only to face off with James the Giant Peach Shark.
Kevin said he'll do 180.
All right. All right. So that Spawn 227 we had earlier. That was cool. What if I saved you the trouble of cleaning, pressing, and shipping and receiving Spawn 227 with a 9.8 CGC graded copy of it? Amazing Spider-Man 300 cover homage, 9.8 in the box set. You don't gotta take my word for it. 3 judges at CGC have already blind graded this just for you. A 9.8 Spawn 227 hanging out here on it. In the meantime, I'm going to swap out Action Comics issue 900, an Alex Ross variant. To boot, near mint condition on this, just $10. Going to replace the Hulk.
What is on D?
D is a set of Fantastic Four comics, specifically the story arc Unthinkable. It runs from issue 67/496 all the way to issue 71/500. The complete Unthinkable storyline. I feel like I was really drawing out Unthinkable. Unthinkable. Other little sets that I have here is Detective Comics. A Detective Comics set of $598 to $600 in very fine near mint condition. Apparently, this is the conclusion, the climax of Blind Justice. Blind Justice parts 1 through 3, a 50th anniversary story that started elsewhere and concludes here in these issues of Detective Comics. Just $10 on this. We've got to swap something else out for a 2 trade paperback set of the new Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, not new, the like 2008 Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what I'm talking about, though. I mean, it's not. It's the Abnett and Lanning Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, that's the one it is. It's the one you want. Similar to when I was talking about that first appearance of Deadpool that one time. It's the one you want. 2 trade paperbacks, $45.
Paul was asking, is it slab o'clock already? We got one.
I mean, yeah, we got a slab up. There might be more slabs. Who knows? Especially if that slab gets gone. We're going to put up this Topps Comics Mars Attacks, the first issue of Mars Attacks. The Tim Burton Planet of the Apes didn't do so hot. So let's plot this bad boy up for just $5. Something's got to go, though. I got to figure out what I'm going to take down. I should have planned ahead a little bit more. Probably Wonder Woman.
The Blind Justice story involves Bruce Wayne being accused of treason.
Hey, do you remember Prototype? I remember Prototype. Wildstorm made a Prototype comic. If you don't remember Prototype, I unfortunately am not going to be able to explain it to you. You're just going to have to think about it. I should put this over here with the other trades. I'm still not over Wonder Woman using the lasso of truth on herself.
Dude, it's sick.
Like, that sounds so rad. That's the sort of stuff that just gets me hooting and hollering.
I mean, that's what got me to sub to that series for a hot minute. I was like, this is awesome. Fabius's Prototype equals a bootleg version of Infamous. I mean... Well, keeping it is not the same Prototype from Malibu Comics. Ultraverse.
Alright, I went and fetched a couple things. 3 things have to find new homes. Guardians, you just got up here. Fantastic Four, you can find a new home. Honestly, this little section right here. Because everything else is real good. Well, not to say this isn't real good, but I'm not taking Manhattan Projects down, guys.
I know that. I love that Albert Einstein remark.
Yeah,
there.
it's so sick.
Like I walked into Tony's office for whatever reason and like had to pause on my way out because I saw that just sitting there.
Yo, I got the first issue of Iron Cat, but it's the design Iron Cat variant. We talked a little bit on the show before about how Black Cat is kind of being a fully realized character these days, and it's kind of crazy. High-grade copy of the Iron Cat design variant for just $10.
I got a couple offers for you. Would you do Mars Attacks for 2? You have it at 5.
Sure, I need the space. Let's go.
Would you do the Batman that you had on 8?
The Blind Justice?
Yep. Would you do it for 6?
Sure. This Avengers Operation Hydra #1, but not seen in #1, a Jack Kirby variant. This it is the original story plus Avengers 15 and 16 reprinted. $4 for a near mint copy of that. I have a little set over here for you, issues 1 through 6 of the Marvel Knights Strange. Everything is way cooler when we cut words off of titles and make the font a little glitchy.
That's how you know we're edgy.
It's how you know we're edgy here in Marvel Knights. That's how you know we're doing big things. 1 through 6, a set of the Marvel Knights Strange. And I'll pop down a 1 in 50 variant of Moon Knight as well. The first issue of Moon Knight, a 1 in 50 Elizabeth Torque variant. High grade copy, $20.
It's that current run too. It's so good. I just read the most recent issue today.
Well, and anybody working on Moon Knight currently, I feel like they would have to kind of tell the team, look, guys, we made a show. We really need you to just turn it up.
Yeah, really. It was like, Marvel was just like, we need something on the shelves preemptively just to kind of advertise this show, but also do it well.
And please make something awesome.
Dude, I can't remember who's doing the art off the top of my head, but the art is they make Moon Knight, because Moon Knight's costume is all white, but they make him look almost like he's separate from the book. Like, it's so cool. Like, they make it so it doesn't look boring to have an all white costume.
You said separate from the book. Like, do they make him like too white, where he's coming off the page almost?
It's almost. Yeah, it's really striking. Any Silver Age X-Men?
This is a wild thing. Okay, I got a DC special. DC special number 8. Wanted, the world's most dangerous villains. It looks like it's highlighting everybody's rogues gallery in some places combined with Lex and the Joker. Yeah, that is Lex and the Joker. Also, the only time I've seen Lex have a nickname. I mean, the jeering Joker, Lawless Lex Luthor. Lawless Lex Luthor is a very fun thing to say. $5, this little showcase guy. We'll swap out Prototype. If anybody was really on Prototype, it would have been gone already. It was a fun game. I played it. I didn't play the second one, but I played the first one, and I liked it a lot.
What's on I?
I is the Avengers Operation Hydra. It's a little one-shot thing. This is the Jack Kirby variant. Operation Hydra, this particular thing is not just the original story. It's also Avengers 15 and 16 reprinted. Now, I got to find a little bit of space.
What? Jelly's picking up I?
Okay. Well, that keeps Manhattan Project up for a little while yet. Because I think this is the first time that I've had a full set of something like this. I have the complete 1991 series reprints of the original Golden Age pre-code Tales from the Crypt. It's fucking cool, is what this is. But yeah, it's reprints of Golden Age comics from 1991. This is going to be 7 issues worth, the complete series, $55 for the lot of it. If you have any questions or want to see anything specific, I'd be more than happy to show you, / look at it, / try my best to answer them.
Yeah. And what is the condition on B when you get back?
Let's take a look at the condition of B. It's a relatively low-grade copy. Probably in good territory. Potentially fine.
Yeah, that Moon Knight #1 is a great introductory issue as well. There's one point where I can't remember which villain right now there he's hunting, but it's a Spider-Man villain, and he's just like, I'm not Spider-Man. Like, you will not survive. I want to rethink what you're doing.
Huh. Okay. So this is an Italian edition of the Avengers Enemy Within trade paperback, which is a crossover, the first Captain Marvel and Kamala Khan crossover. It is a foil variant of this trade paperback.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a foil variant that is exclusive to this Italian edition. I'm kind of wavering it back and forth so you can see that it's foil, but the cover's pretty cool. I'm going to take the Post-it note off. And we've run across this before. We've made the jokes already, so there's no need to do it now because the publishing / pressing agency for Italian comics is Panini Comics, which I still think is funny. And we're going to swap out Action Comics for this Panini Press special.
That's cool.
Panini Press exclusive.
Would you do B for 3? How about at 5 for Emilio?
Yeah, sure.
We have not put up ASM 300 yet.
We have not. We have not put it up yet.
The night is young.
The night is relatively young. I don't necessarily want to respond like I have with other books of just like, oh, and here it is right now. Don't worry about it because, we have a ways to go. But I can put up a sister slab next to this before we really get down on it with the George Perez special label Avengers 200 9.8 CGC graded, an anniversary issue, kind of notable for Ms. Marvel leaving the Avengers, to be honest. But yeah, a George Perez cover, George Perez art, George Perez special little stamp. $200 for a 9.8 Avengers 200. Nestled, nice, tight, snug next to the Spawn 9.8227. 2 slabs on the board currently. It's not quite slab o'clock, but we're getting there. I'll tell you what, if both these slabs disappear, ASM goes up now.
And you just got $1 for each issue of Avengers leading up to that point, and including that issue. What is on C? It's that foil trade.
It is. It's an Italian exclusive foil trade paperback collecting Avengers Enemy Within. The first Captain Marvel Comic-Con crossover. It is in Italian.
I need to watch the last episode of Miss Marvel. But I've loved it up to this point. I just haven't watched the last episode yet. Also, no spoilers, chat. I've avoided spoilers so far. Please don't do that to me.
Spoilers.
I've already seen like a couple pictures. I've just scrolled past them as fast as possible.
I got the Marvel Comics Transformers issue 32. Something that I picked up because of the banner that says used Autobots and this man who is obviously a car salesman in the bottom, because only a car salesman has a big fat cigar and a white suit.
That's amazing.
Transformers issue 32 from Marvel Comics. Just $10. What am I swapping out? Manhattan Projects. It's time.
I can't believe
Unfortunately.
no one going for that Albert Einstein.
It's because it looks too good. You can't tell that it's a sketch.
They're just intimidated by, or yeah, it just looks like it belongs.
Yeah, it just looks like that's just a normal thing. I've got issue 100 of Nightwing, keeping that anniversary issue theme going. Just $5 on this guy. Swap out the Guardians traits.
So tardy when I saw him pricing that book. The Nightwing, the last issue of the Nightwing Year One series. It's the first book I ever bought at Ultimate Comics.
Oh, word?
Yeah. Like I had the rest of it, and then just never had the final issue, and found it in the back issue room at Carrie.
Oh wow! What the fuck?
Captain Comics is Ahoy Mates and Mermaids.
Ahoy! I'm sorry, I'm kind of distracted. No way did he do this. This is not possible. Holy shit. Okay. All right. I hope the mic picked up that audible thump. Look, the Marvel Knight Strange is cool. Used Autobots. Nightwing just got put up. Moon Knight rules. Tales from the Crypt rules. Iron Cat is hot right now. So Italian Panini Press Captain Marvel goes. Perhaps one day we will see Panini Press again. In the meantime, holy shit. Grant Morrison's Seven Soldiers
I had a feeling that's what was going
has been completely collected. This is the 0 issue. Dog. It's all of it. It's the Bulleteer. It's Frankenstein.
So they can see
it's
the stack
Clarion.
G and H.
It's Manhattan Guardian. It's Shining Knight. It's Zatanna. It's Mr. Miracle. It's everything. It's all of Seven Soldiers. It's all of Seven Soldiers. What the hell? Oh my god. All right, $60 for the lot, which honestly, if you asked me to estimate the cost of this, it would be way more than that. This is this is my Green Lantern mosaic. Like, personally, this shit is insane. $60 for all of this is nuts. Grant Morrison, Seven Soldiers. I've got this full set. I'm going to see if I can squeeze it into the thing. I can't really, but it's close. It's close enough.
Yeah, but my brother's going to get elbowed over.
No, I'll just be very careful. It's Wabbit season. All right, I'm just gonna let that hang, because someone's gonna buy that. That's not staying for long. But I don't have to worry about it falling. Let's get a little meta as I take a break from oohing and eyeing over Seven Soldiers with How to Draw Comics, the comic. How to Draw Comics, the comic. You too can learn how to create your own comics for just $10 as I swap out Strange. No, it's a set. I always sell sets. Yeah. Swap out Moon Knight. The Marvel Knight Strange set can stay for now. Iron Cat's about to be on the chopping block, though. So if you have any attachments to Felicia Hardy wearing Stark Tech, now's the time to speak up.
Kyle Malther does not believe in you and your ability to not knock over that.
Oh, ye of little faith.
He said 3, 2, 1, timber. Dan Moore is claiming H.
How to Draw Comics comic?
Yes, sir.
I'll swap H out with X-Men Prime, issue number 1. Lovely number 1 group shot. I like it when the first issue of a comic introduces you to everybody on the character. And that's, like, there's no sarcasm or irony in that sentence. I genuinely like when comics do that. Here's everybody that's in this comic.
Yeah, I really like those too. Where they just have like the circles with people's faces and everything. Okay, let's see. Make sure I got this in the right order. Kyle Malter is taking X-Men on H. And then would you do the full Grant Morrison set for 40? You have it at 60.
I'll do it for 50. And somebody's taking H?
Yes, sir.
I'll go ahead and swap out our recently bought H with this crazy looking cover of a Garth Ennis joint, Batman Reptilian, which Batman has these little eyes. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I haven't read this, but that looks wild. High grade copy, $5. Swapping out Felicia Hardy for, this is where the DC Comics minimal trade dress honestly shines. The third issue of the Swamp Thing. Like it looks like a Virgin cover, but it's not. Means that it stays relatively affordable. And this art is so sick. Also, I like when people pair up Poison Ivy and Swamp Thing. It makes sense.
What book is that? I just want to look at
The Swamp Thing 3.
Swamp Thing 3. All right. It looks like Liam Sharp, but I'm not sure. Kyle Hotz for the cover art.
Love an intricate cover.
Same. I love when there's a lot of like tiny details.
I want some shit I can hang as a tapestry, dog.
For real. Gustavus is countering your 50 with 45.
Even me, always selling sets, has some limits. Look, it really should be 50. I should stay strong at 50. 47 and we got a deal.
And Jennifer's picking up that Swamp Thing 3.
I'm going to replace it with Detective Comics 1025, which I'm pretty sure that's the Noel Batsuit. I mean, I'm no expert.
Well, it is Bermejo, so probably. But it does look like, yeah.
Like I said, I'm no expert.
That's usually Bermejo's go-to Batman suit.
We've got Marvel Tales starring Spider-Man. Marvel Tales issue 140 and 148. Significant because they are reprinting the first appearance and the second appearance of Dr. Octopus.
Kyle Maltaire is taking the detective you put on D. I think Gustavus says 47 is a deal on that.
You're goddamn right it is.
You
don't have to tell me that shit's a deal.
I'm shocked that it's that low.
Me too, but I guess it kind of hit specifically Zatanna before it spiked in price. Because the series after this is when Adam Hughes was doing cover art. And that's an expensive series now.
Oh, for real.
In my stack of things that I sent to get graded, I sent some of my comics from that run of Zatanna.
All right. Would you do F for 5? You have it at 10.
Yeah, sure. I need the space. Oh, that's used Autobots. Yeah, let's go.
And then Thomas Wolfe is coming in first for that Spidey on D.
Okay. How are these slabs still here?
No offers, no chatter, nothing.
No one even wants to talk about it? Well, the Batman 1000 went relatively quickly, so how about Action Comics 1000? Because they were doing the thing of all the decades. So this is another Bermejo cover. This is 2000 Superman for Action Comics 1000. High grade copy, $5. And I will plop down, since that set went.
What is the grade on A? 9.8.
Yeah, 9.8.
Kevin, give me a couple minutes. I'll see if I can get back to that. Otherwise, I'll have to message you after the show.
I'm going to put up another milestone issue, Iron Man issue 200, notable for being the first appearance of Ironmonger, as portrayed by Jeff Bridges in the first Iron Man movie. $10 on that, which seems like kind of a deal.
Okay.
And I will put up the 300th issue of Daredevil, the double-sized 300 special, which just so happened to be taking place during the final part of Last Rites. Just $5 for this.
Carlos Gilliam picking up that Iron Man on D.
All right. We're talking about Iron Man. It's not Iron Man, but it does involve the Mandarin. The Incredible Hulk issue 107, featuring the Mandarin.
And we are 1 minute till that break.
$32 on that, and 1 minute till the break. These slabs will be gone after the break.
Con Altair is taking the Daredevil on on F. Okay.
All right.
I've got my comments mixed up for a second. Any Gwen Stacy tonight?
I haven't seen any.
I think a lot of that's probably being held too for the Spider-Verse.
Looks like there are some very thoughtful post-it notes here. The 3 issues of the first Serenity / Firefly comic, I believe. 1 through 3. Number 1 is the B cover, 2 and 3 are the C cover, but all of them are the character portraits. So 3 issues worth of original Dark Horse Firefly comics on F for Firefly. And that's where I'm going to call it before we take our little break. Since Dan knows what time it is.
Sometimes.
I mean, hey, better than I do, my guy.
All right, ready for me to start that ad?
Yeah, go for it. See y'all soon.
All right.
And the new Ultimate Comics.
At the new Ultimate Comics in Crabtree Valley Mall, we've got comics, toys, collectibles, and gnarly manga.
At Ultimate Comics at the Crabtree Valley Mall, you can come get your Polaroid taken with Alf.
Waka waka.
With so much to see and so much to do at Ultimate Comics in Crabtree Valley Mall, you'll want to bring the whole family. It's the grand opening Friday, November 5th.
We've got a rad feeling about this.
He's a weekend at Bernie's.
One comic, please.
I've been caught with my hand by the boss like 20 times today. I'm not going out there.
Well, hello there. I'm Will, the official chaplain of Ultimate Comics, and you may be asking, why does Will shop at Ultimate Comics? I'm glad you asked. Well, it was a few years back when I was looking for a new comic store back in the before times, and I was looking for a new comic store. I needed a place where I was going to get my weekly comics and be able to have a place in a community where I process all these stories that mean so much to me. Stumbled upon Ultimate Comics, browsed around, left, a few weeks went by, came back, and guess what? Alan remembered my name. He said, "Hey Will, what are you looking for today?" And I thought, not only is this an awesome store to get my weekly comics, not only is this an awesome store where I can process these stories that mean so much to me, they also remembered my name. And that's the community I want to be a part of. Man, I love Ultimate Comics.
And we're live.
And we're back. Hello. Welcome back. I'm still here. You are too. Great. Great news all around. Need to start putting things up again. Let's see. What do we want to talk about? We probably want to talk about the Invincible Iron Man issue 155.
To throw my phone?
Yeah, Dan's going to throw his phone directly just on the ground, just spiking it. It looks like Iron Man is playing football with a whole ass tank. Big fan of that. $5 on this guy. What's swapping out? Probably Reptilian swaps out.
Yeah, I think so. Hercules did go up.
Hercules did go up, and it went away.
Up and gone.
Let's do a cool-looking trade paperback. Kingsway West with the tagline Old West, New Magic. It's a Dark Horse thing. I got to tell you, this looks tight as hell. I'm into it.
Oh, yeah.
Have you read this?
I have not. I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah,
sick.
no, it looks sick. It looks really cool. I'll swap out the Marvel Knight Strange for that. That Nightwing is probably about to find a new home. I will replace it with the Incredible Hulk issue 200. Doing that classic Marvel thing where he's surrounded by the heads of everybody he loves. Oh my God, the price of heroism. Very fine condition, just $20 for this.
The Spawn Slab did not sell. What is on B? And then can you show D up close?
B is the Joe Quesada variant of the first New Avengers. And D, Incredible Hulk issue 107 featuring an appearance from the Mandarin. And yeah, that Spawn Slab did go up, but I still have it. Spawn 227 9.8 CGC graded, $200. It still exists if you'd like to claim it. It's just not on the board currently.
Dave Kirkby's taking Iron Man on H.
All right.
Would you do E and D together for 40?
E and D together for 40. $12 off for two things. Two Hulks, though, I'm inclined to take it. Sure, let's go. Let's do it. Let's move some comics off the board.
All right. Those are going to Chris. That sold. Can you do B for 15? You have it at 20.
Sure. I've got two copies of it as well. I'll change the posted here in a second. I'll mark it to 15.
Sweet. Yeah. Oop.
Nice. Okay. Keep things rolling along with a 64-page spectacular Avengers issue 300 featuring a whole new team. Steve Rogers as the captain. In near mint condition, just $5 on this guy.
Colin out there says he'll take B for 15.
Okay, that's our last one.
Good.
Ooh, I got 3 open slots. Hell yeah. What am I going to put down? I'll do the silver second printing of the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man. Just $10 for Spider-Man number 1. I will also put down, in near mint condition, Captain America issue 300, Cap versus Red Skull to the death. Another 300 issue for our 300th show. $10 on this guy. Sliding him down right there.
Jelliott's going to take Avengers on D.
Okay.
Kyle Malter is taking H, the Spider-Man.
All right. We have more than one copy of that.
Michael Kennedy is taking a copy.
We have more than one copy of that. More than 2 copies of that. All right. Astonishing Tales featuring Deathlock the Demolisher, issue 26. The second appearance of Deathlock in very fine and near mint condition, $40. And I'll put down a special edition X-Men #1 distributed by Marvel Entertainment Group, a reprint of Giant Size X-Men #1. So all the stuff that happens in Giant Size X-Men #1 happens in this. Wolverine joining First Storm, First Colossus, First Nightcrawler, etc., etc. It is a reprint. It is $20. It is in near mint condition. And it is on Lot D. You know, you don't think too much about the shared New York Marvel universe, but it makes perfect sense that Daredevil occasionally would have to fight Electro. Like, yeah, he's in the same neighborhood. He's in the streets. Daredevil issue 89, just $10. Something's getting knocked off the board.
Kyle Malter is taking X-Men on D.
Okay, well, that makes my life way easier.
Would you do B for 30? Go at 40 for Emilio.
Sure. You got it, Emilio. And I feel like something is different about this board.
Corey's taking Daredevil on D.
Dan, I feel like something changed during the break.
I know, right? I can't quite
put my
figure it
finger
out.
on it, Dan.
Something is just slightly off.
Or slightly on.
More on. Things have shifted. Oh, we got our first question.
Do you really?
Is a newsstand.
Let's check. It is direct. I'm not going to take this little bonus sticky note off. Squadron Supreme, issue #1 for $5, with a specific thumbs up sticky note that will be included that says Harrison approved. So you know it's good.
Oh, that's the Marvel Tales. So there's like, I think 3 issues in there maybe?
Yo, it's Harrison approved, and that's all anyone needs to know.
That is also true. If you haven't read Squadron Supreme, it's so freaking good.
And we'll do more Batman variant covers, Detective Comics 1024, with Bruce just clocking the shit out of the Joker. One of our favorite things to see, both within and without comics. $10 on D.
Cal says no one sees it.
I need someone to tell me where in the Star Wars chronology Han Solo wears this exact trench coat. Because I don't remember seeing that. I watch Star Wars a lot. When is Han Solo wearing this trench coat?
I don't have.
Regardless, this is Star Wars issue 66. New Marvel Star Wars issue 66. Just $10 and Han Solo in this trench coat. Well, thank you. What's getting swapped out? Probably this guy.
You want to guess who just popped in the chat?
Who just popped in the chat?
None other than Jeremy Tarney.
None other than Jeremy Tarney is here to trying to correct my pronunciation a little bit more.
Not this time, but he does have an answer to your question.
Oh, does he?
Return of the Jedi on Endor.
He's wearing that. He's wearing that in Return of the Jedi.
Are you questioning Tarney?
Always. Legion of Superheroes Anniversary issue 300. More of those anniversary issues. Coming in at a cool $5. Something's probably going to get replaced. I feel like it's probably got to be Firefly at this point.
He just came back at you with yes.
Typical. Making my way downtown, back over to these books. I've got another Fantastic Four set in that same era. Goodness gracious, this is a big old boy. Issues 503 to 508. The entire story arc of Now Tarny is here. Authoritative action. Authoritative. It's got to be authoritative. Authoritative action is what it's got to be. Anyway, full Fantastic Four storyline set. 503 to 508. Very fine nearby condition. $20 for the lot. All of this Fantastic Four can belong to you for just $20.
Carlos Gilliam's coming in first for F.
Well, that's good, because now I don't have to take other things off.
Yeah. And then Dave is following up in support of Tarny. He wears that when they first land on Endor.
What, for like 5 seconds? Just for the toy?
We need a new variant.
We need more accessories for our action figures. Pop up X-23 issue 13 with a cover appearance from the Future Foundation Spider-Man suit, which I always really liked. Honestly, the white and black suit is clean. $5 for this guy. Swapping out Captain America issue 300, I believe. That's been up long enough. Nobody's talking about this issue 300, huh?
Not a word.
Not a word, not a peep.
Kyle Malataire is picking up the X-23 on E. Would you do D for 5? Give it at 10.
Said E got picked up?
E did get picked up.
And D for 5, it's at 10?
Yes, sir.
My instinct is to say 7, so let's do that. Let's bargain on down to 7. And in the meantime, I'm going to put up a trade paperback of Daredevil, Guardian Devil, the Kevin Smith Quesada joint. Collecting Daredevil 1 through 8 and 1/2.
So good.
It is. It's very good. It is just a little bit of shelf wear, a little tiny bit. It is pre-owned, but that just means it's pre-loved, baby. Don't worry about it.
Jennifer says 7 works for D.
All right. I'll bring that to you in a second. In the meantime, I'm going to put down Thor, issue 300, the special 300th issue, Origin of Thor, Origin of Odin. There's all sorts of stuff you're going to find in here, including the first Council of Godheads. $30 for near mint condition copy of Thor, issue 300. Bringing that Batman to you, as well as that X-23 that I owe you.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Superman issue 190, in which the Man of Steel faces his most desperate struggle for life against beings of fire, earth, air, and water in the element enemies. And all the element enemies can really do is just hold Clark in place. A $10 mid-grade-ish copy of this. What's getting replaced? Probably this other Superman. He's been there for quite some time.
Can you do D for 20? You have it at 30 for Emilio.
Let me take a look. The Thor, $10 off. It's the 300th episode, dog. It's issue 300. Fine. Got it. We'll make some deals. We'll wheel a deal.
William says, how many good Star Wars did I miss? Why did I spend time with my family on this night?
What was I thinking? I'm going to put up this Star Wars Shadow of the Empire trade paperback, which is obviously out of print and will never be printed again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is done forever. First appearances of a whole bunch of Star Wars characters whose names I'm not even going to pronounce. I'm sorry. There's no way I'm going to try and say Prince Zizor. We're just going to have to move on from that, especially since one of these characters' names seems to be Zuck Ass.
Also, because Tarny might still be here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've learned my lesson. Don't ever say anything. Don't ever put me in this situation. Anyway, Shadows of the Empire collected trade paperback with a lovely printed matte cover as well. I do love soft touch coatings. $28 on this guy. I'm gonna replace Han Solo in a trench coat because nobody actually cares about that damn trench coat.
Just a rad story too, and also a really sick video game. Did you ever play the N64 or PC Shadow of the Empire?
No.
It's sick, man. Would you do E for 14? Give it a 20.
Yeah, that's probably a fair deal. I need the space anyway. Trade paperback. I want you to read it. I want everybody to have fun. We're going to do the Marvel Milestones over here. The reprint of the second annual Fantastic Four, which obviously is the origin of Doctor Doom and Doctor Doom facing off with Rama Tut. Marvel Milestones reprint, near mint condition, $20. Yeah, I played Dark Forces and all the ensuing Kyle Katarn games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is
and Rogue Squadron. I was a big Rogue Squadron guy.
Okay, I was gonna say this is around the time of Rogue Squadron at least.
Yeah. We got Batman Gotham Knights issue 12. Can really clock that Gibbons artwork from a mile away.
Oh, for sure.
$5 on this, going down on D. D for Dave. Didn't even do that on purpose. Speaking of beautiful Batman artwork, Raphael really went the hell off, man. That costume design for the... I mean, is it Batgirl? Is she still a Robin? I don't know what Carrie Kelly is doing at this point. But that costume design with the cape and then the duster tails kicks so much ass.
Yeah, it's such a cool design.
But this is a hardcover edition of The Dark Knight Returns, The Golden Child. Not just any hardcover edition, the deluxe edition of The Golden Child. The Frank Miller returning to The Dark Knight Returns universe, etc., etc. Something's getting swapped out.
Well, D's getting claimed.
Okay. And that's easy work. It was going to be the Harrison approved comic. But now it doesn't have to be. And you too can experience something good enough to make Harrison write Harrison approved and draw a little thumbs up on a comic book. That's dedication. That's love.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever someone speaks without contractions, it sounds really strange. I would encourage you to try and do it and see how weird you sound. Here is Superman, issue 186, in which we are confronted with the two ghosts of Superman during some sort of seance. And the Clark Kent ghost is literally saying, "No, Lois, this is not a hoax. I am the ghost of Clark Kent. You must forget I ever existed." Which I think is very funny. And this is $10. I should say that issue number again. Superman issue 186, just $10. You can find out what happens with the two ghosts of Superman. And now...
That Squadron Supreme on B, getting Avengers 69 and 70, 85 and 86. Yeah, all four of those issues. For $5. Steven says I stopped using contractions as a lesson with my 7th graders. It drives them crazy.
I can imagine so. Why are you talking like that? Just be normal.
Kevin Crow says, "Screw it, I'll take B."
Yeah, okay.
Dude, that's a good, it's a sick deal.
Harrison approved. I'll replace it with The Flash issue 3, featuring Flash secret files and origins, locations, knowing where to run, profiles, Flash faction figures, and revelations chasing the fastest man alive. Lots of information packed in this issue of The Flash. Issue number 3, just $10.
Yeah, you would be hard-pressed to find another 12-issue series like Squadron Supreme that wastes literally no time. Like, there's no filler, everything matters, everything informs the next decision. It's so good.
Marvel Comics characters that I know we'll see again someday. Darkhawk, featuring here in his fantastic first Darkhawk issue. The first appearance of Darkhawk, the origin of Darkhawk, all packed within here. Darkhawk, near mint minus condition, $32. Something's getting knocked off. I haven't decided what exactly it's going to be yet. What do you think, Dan?
That set on I has been up for a while, but it is a set.
It has been up for a while. You're right. The Tales from the Crypt set can find a new home. Somewhat of a shame. But we'll see it again. We'll see it again during the last looks. It's not that big a deal. Well, we currently have the first full appearance of Venom up on the board. What if on C, I swap that out for the first regular appearance of Venom? Something that Dan and I were talking about before the show started, how infuriating it must be. Because $2.99 is the first Venom. It just doesn't quite get the clout that the iconic 300 does. But we'll plop this down in very fine near mint condition for $150 here on C. C for Chance, the guy on the cover. Yeah, he loves to gamble. He loves to gamble so much he made a little Iron Man knockoff suit. That's what a gambling addiction gets you. It gets you sweet-ass power armor. Important lessons to teach kids.
This message is not endorsed by Ultimate Comics.
It's endorsed by Marvel Comics. All right, something else has to find a new home. I feel like it's probably going to have to be the Fantastic Four set. So I'll swap that out for the Doctor Strange issue 12 variant edition. A Walsh variant. Honestly, it's really cool looking.
That's sick. That's the Aaron's run, I think. That one's super fun.
Let's check my little clock back here.
A is 9.8.
It is not. It is a 9.0.
9.0.
If it was a 9.8,
I lied.
I would lose my shit. Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine. Since you have regular access to a clock, would you please inform me when it is 9:15?
Sure thing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, sorry. The glare was right on that. The second part of that, and I misread.
Because when it is 9:15, I would like to talk about the share price.
Yeah, sounds good. Nope. So I dropped Sharpie on myself.
There's all sorts of banana shit happening here in the Incredible Hulk issue 305. There is a Silver Surfer Hulk and a regular Hulk, and a Hulk made of exploding energy, and then a Silver Surfer made of stars. Some stuff is popping off in the Incredible Hulk issue 305. $5 for it as well. Swapping out, honestly, the Fantastic Four Doctor Doom reprint. And since we lost one Doctor Doom, I feel like I would like to put up another one. So we'll do the Invincible Iron Man issue 149 to 150 Doom Quest. Because there's only one power armor opponent for Victor Von Doom to take on, and it's Iron Man. These are going to be in fine, very fine condition, $65 for both of them. We will replace the Dark Knight hardcover.
What is the condition on I? Near mint minus. Looks like.
Yeah, that's correct. Near mint minus.
Any more cap in the box?
I can probably dig up a little bit of cap. I mean, there's always some kind of Captain America hanging around. No matter where you are.
That is very true.
I mean, while I look for Cap, I can hook you up with Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos. Just a little thing. Issue 55, The Cry of Battle and the Kiss of Death with Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos. $20 replacing the Ghost of Superman who mysteriously doesn't use contractions. Is that Daredevil still up, or have I taken that down? That's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way the kryptonite crumbles.
Would you do B and H together for 14?
Ooh.
That Flash and the
Combo
Sergeant here.
offers. I'll do them together for $17.
Would you do I for 25? You're at 32.
I'll do it for $27.
What are the issue numbers on D?
Well, now that I found some cool cap, I'm happy to answer all questions. 149 and 150 on the Invincible Iron Man. I found some pretty cool Captain America. Captain America issue 101, kind of an anniversary issue, but also not quite. So let's swap out F, since we're taking offers and stuff. Very good to fine condition on this. $42 for that Captain America.
What was the Superman that was up on H before Sergeant Fury? That's the one who went to the combo offer. The Ghost one for 10.
Yeah, the Ghost one for 10.
So that was the offer that he was making of those together for 14 for Flash and that Superman, not the Flash and Sergeant Fury.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if that's for 14, then done.
Sweet. All right. So those are going to Dan Moore. I was claimed for 27 by Nick Carnes.
All right.
We do E for 3. You have it at 5.
Sure.
What is the condition on D?
Condition on D is fine to very fine. I'm going to plop down Captain Power from Continuity Comics. Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. Be hard pressed to find something more kick-ass looking than that. Near mint condition for Captain Power, $20. Popping that down on I, Soldiers of the Future, etc., etc. And I feel like it would behoove us.
Oh, no worries, Dan.
Put down a little bit of Batman. Shadow of the Bat, issue 40, Anarchy, part 1, Prophet of Doom. Because this cool Bruce trapped in a crystal ball artwork. Portable comic books at $5 here on B. And then we're going to fill that last spot out with an anniversary issue of Superman. Superman issue 400 with an all-star list of creators here on the side, telling you that what's inside is a product you can believe in, just like Superman is a hero you can believe in. Very fine, near mint condition, $10 for that Superman anniversary issue.
Dan Moore's taking the Batman on B.
All right. Take that on home. I will replace it with the first issue of the New Mutants in near mint condition, just $20. I was not expecting this to all be. See, it's not knocking down comics you should be concerned about for me. It's getting them out of the long boxes without causing an avalanche.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to put down issue number 1 of Darth Maul, mostly because I just feel like everybody loves Darth Maul. And I like to look at Darth Maul artwork and think about that dude who actually does all the martial arts. And I guess I'll swap out Shadows of the Empire.
I guess so.
Yeah.
You guys are sleeping on that. Such a good story. What's the condition on Cap on F?
The condition of Cap on F is very good to fine. While I'm up here, I got to figure out some other stuff that I'm going to swap out, because I would like to put up the 4th issue of Beta Ray Bill. yet another one of those insider Marvel characters, but I know about Beta Ray Bill, so that's the difference. And I'll swap out Captain Power. I know it's a relatively recent addition, but Captain Power just doesn't quite have the name recognition clout that Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos have, now does he?
A couple offers.
Ooh, let's talk about them.
Would you do Darth Maul on G for 5? Give it a 10.
I would do it for 7.
Would you do A, the ASM 300 9.0 for 650? You know, it's 750.
I'll do it for 720.
Emilio is picking up E, Superman.
Oh, the anniversary? Nice.
Aaron Parks is picking up Beta Ray Bill on I.
I have another one of those.
Would you do 35 for the Cap on F? You have it at 42.
I've been saying 7 a lot. I was going to say I'll do it for 37. I'll do it for 35.
All right. Let's go to Juliet. Would you do H for 12? Give it at 20 for Dan Moore.
Sure. We can make some deals. Let's do it.
What is the condition of the ASM on C?
Very fine to near mint.
Ben's going to pass on the ASM 300. No worries. You're welcome, Juliet. And we just did that. Okay, cool. And we're caught up.
Nice. Love that we're caught up. These collections of the DC Universe by are really fun. The DC Universe by John Byrne, collected here in a hardcover edition. Absolutely gorgeous book. And not quite the brick I would have expected it to be. But this has, according to the back cover, over 300 pages spanning more than 20 years. And honestly, with the kind of name recognition clout that John Byrne has, $30 seems like a hell of a deal for a hardcover book to me personally.
What was your counter on G? The Darth Maul was at 7.
Yes, 7.
Do we have more than one or just the one?
We do have more than one.
All right. Then Stephen Collin will pick one up at 7, and Dan, just let us know if 7 works.
All right, I'll make a post-it. That's now the price.
Would you do B for 12? Give it at 20.
What is B?
The New Mutants number 1.
Do it for 15.
All right, Stephen, let us know if that works for you. Do we have more than 2 copies of Darth Maul?
We do.
Then Joe Ridley will take one at that price.
Okay, bringing it to you.
15 is cool on B.
All right. I mean, I feel like $5 off is a nice round number.
Oh, yeah. Any solo Wolverine?
I haven't seen a whole lot of solo Wolverine here. If I see it, I will bring it up immediately.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. How about a set of Black Bolt comics, issues 1 through 12, a full set. Striking issue 1, romantic and lovely issue 12. Hopefully there's not too much glare on that. This full 12-issue set, very fine, near mint condition, is $50. B for Black Bolt. That's so obvious. And we kind of slept on the design variant of Iron Cat, but I can put up a significantly cooler full art ratio variant of Iron Cat, clocking in at a cool $75 in near mint condition. And I still have an open slot, and I got to decide what I'm going to put on it.
I know you said it before, I just can't remember. The ASM 300, is that newsstand or direct?
It is direct.
And then would you do the Iron Man on D? That's set for 45. Give it at 65.
So these copies right here are in fine to very fine. I have a copy in very good to fine that we have listed at $50. I can do this for $42. I will undercut your offer for the slightest of downgrades in graded quality. Same thing, same issues. Just these are fine, very fine, and these are very good to fine.
All right. Dan Grant got back to us in accepting that Darth Maul at 7 on G.
All right, we're still rolling with that. We've got
sick.
Darth Maul comics for days.
Well, then to answer Alex's question, it's Darth Maul number 1.
Yep, that's correct.
And then for the Beta Ray Bill on I, you gave me 2, but it's 4 on I. I don't know if it's just got mixed up in the stack.
I mean, yeah, that did get mixed up.
Just for the one that was claimed earlier.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, then I'm going to put down a fresh Beta Ray Bill. I'm going to put down the first issue of that series. The first issue of the Warren Johnson Beta Ray Bill. Issue number 1. A relatively high graded copy. Just $10. On E. E for extraterrestrial.
All right. Alex is going to take a Darth Maul on G.
All right. Things getting crazy with Darth Maul around here.
Just keep an eye out for Silver Age X-Men.
Yep, I've been looking out for some solo Wolverine stuff as well. And more Captain America. Just because that's the specific request that we've had this evening. I do have a sketch cover, a variant sketch cover of the Way and Dylan Wolverine Origins, which is probably a little bit hard to see through the webcam.
That is really sick, though.
But it is really cool. I'm going to try and hold it up just so we can get a good view, because once it moves back to the line proper, it's going to be much harder to see. And I'll pop that down on I. And I'll hold it up if anybody would like to see it.
Would you do C for 100? You have it 150. It's that ASM.
I'll knock it down to 120. We'll take a few bucks off.
Gustavus, let us know if 120 works for you. Kyle Malataire is taking that Wolverine Origins on I.
I have more than one of those. So if you too would like a Wolverine Origin sketch cover, you can have it.
Kyle will take a second copy of that Wolverine Origins.
All right. Bring that to you. That means that the one on the board is our last copy. We are officially out.
Any Man Thing in the boxes?
I have not seen any Man Thing in the boxes. I'm going to not make any obvious jokes about Man Things in boxes. Instead, I'm going to put up Batman and Batgirl, issue 419. Reader, can you crack the strange mystery of the slaying statues of Batman? Probably not, but maybe you can. It's in fine minus condition. It's just $20. And it's going to replace... What is it going to replace? Did we ever hear back about the slightly downgraded...
He just commented a second ago. I think he's going to wait on it.
I'll trade out the Black Bolt to the Detective Comics. And I will put up an out-of-print trade paperback origin story for Bullseye, entitled Bullseye, Greatest Hits from the Marvel Knights imprint. $20 for this trade paperback, out of print, etc., etc. I mean, it's the standard sales pitch, right? You're not going to be able to find this in a whole lot of places. I'll take down this. Go ahead and swap out Doom Quest here. And I'll put up the new 52 zero issue of Suicide Squad for just $5. On...
Kyle wants to know if he picks up that third copy of Wolverine Origins, he would just do it for 12 total instead of 15.
Yeah, you can, sure. I need the space.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me, baby. Let's go.
So yeah, Kyle, we got you for all three for 12. We'll keep an eye out for more Star Wars.
I feel like folks are waiting for last looks on the ASM at this point. That makes me tempted to just not put it up on last looks.
I mean, it's our 300th show, too.
I thought I saw Man-Thing for a second, and it was just Conan.
Good.
It's just more Conan.
Michael Kennedy's going to take a Darth Maul on G. Eddie Page is going to take Suicide Squad on I.
All right. Here's another Darth Maul. I guess Darth Maul can stay as long as Darth Maul is going. I'm going to put up the variant black cover of The Darkness #1. This pack also includes The Darkness Prelude. Going to be the first appearance of The Darkness and Angelus. And yeah, that is the Silvestri variant black cover as well. Hanging out here on I. Old Witchblade tie-in type stuff.
9:15.
It is 9:15. Then it's time to talk about the share prize. Now, we had some special mechanics at play here. Dan, can you help me talk about it a little bit? Since you set up tonight's special share prize surprise.
So the share price tonight is not 1, not 2, not even 3, but 8 Dynamite ASM 300 homage variant covers.
That's right. Air horn, air horn, air horn. Congratulations, Chris Gandrian. Hopefully I said your name right and didn't butcher it like everyone in your life has, except for those who love you the most. I want you to know that I love you. If I mispronounce your name, please tell Dan so I can say it correctly.
Just blame it on my hand.
Yeah, you got that Vampirella. You got that Red Sonja. You got that Panther. You got that Nyx. You got that Barbarella. You got that Army of Darkness 1979, which rips, by the way. I love that. Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. And, of course, Evil Ernie. No Dynamite collection be complete without Evil Ernie. But all of these now belong to you. Happy 300th episode, and congratulations for winning our share prize.
All right. Chris Crowell is picking up The Darkness on I. And then that Black Bolt set, I, the other side.
I know how letters work.
It's okay. It's really confusing from behind. Would you do the Black Bolt set, the E-Box Necrode for 30?
I would.
All right. Let's go to Eddie Page. And then some of those homages we do have multiple copies of. I would have to check, though. But if you want to message us, let us know, and I can get back to you on that.
So, Top Cow Comics, Image.
Yeah, Chris, you won.
Marvel. Yeah, Chris, you won, baby.
Wait, I won?
You won. That's right. Yo, I feel very Gene Wilder. You won! But you did. You did. So this ridiculous crossover, Weapon Zero, every comic is involved in this. Every single comic. Let's do it. Let's do something absolutely batshit insane. This is issues 1 through 8, the full set of Devil's Reign, Weapon Zero, Silver Surfer. It sounds like the jokes about Nintendo consoles, the new Nintendo DS XL Brighter featuring Dante of the Devil May Cry series. 1 through 8, full set of this. $40 for the crossover event of the century that happened in 1990, whenever that happened. When did that happen, Dan? Can you Google that for me?
Yeah.
maybe early 2000s. I just said 90s because there's a lot of bleed.
97.
97. I won. You did. You won.
He said sweet, and then he followed that up with too many Chris's, and I never went shit.
I'm still looking for that man thing, and maybe one day I'll find it. I feel like I saw it at some point, but perhaps I was deceived. In the meantime, I gotta find other stuff to put up. We talked about how much of a soft spot I have for Descender before. If you don't know, I have a huge soft spot for Descender. This is going to be the first story arc of it, issues 1 through 6. Number 1 is the second print variant. But if you have not gotten into Descender, hey man, let me tell you something. This absolutely rules. You will have a wonderful science fiction time with Descender. And I'm going to swap out Darth Maul. Darth Maul's done his time. Darth Maul has done all the lightsaber spinning that he ever needed to do.
Yeah, Descender, written by Jeff Lemire, a live show favorite.
A live show favorite. Right up there with Grant Morrison. Can't pitch him enough.
It's like, I mean, I'll champion whatever Jeff Lemire is behind. That's that first full story arc.
It is indeed. I'll pop up this Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 1. I don't see any signifiers. Does that mean this is the first print, Dan?
I believe so.
It may well be Dr. Aphra number 1, just $10. And it's going to replace probably the John Byrne hardcover. As strange as that feels.
Yeah. First print cover A from the 2016 run.
Put down the American Vampire Anthology from Vertigo. Scott Snyder curated joint. Just $5. Honestly, it's some great vampire stories packed into this.
Do we have more than one copy of H?
We do not.
That's going to Stephen Conlon.
All right. This is honestly a really nice Archie cover. That's a weird thing for me personally to say. And is this a Mark Waid joint? Did Mark Waid work on Archie for a while?
He did, yeah.
Well, yeah. Archie, issue 1 from Mark Waid. So just nice picture of Archie rather than old-timey aping comic art styles. I'm going to take down this Amazing Spider-Man. If you want a box necro, we can talk. I'm going to go ahead and say I have no promises it'll show up on Last Looks. It might. There's a good chance. But it's not 100%. It's like 80. It's like 80%. Lord have mercy. The Marvel Comics annual from 1998 starring Captain America and Citizen V. 90s art styles are so dope. I feel like it's very similar to a First Love scenario, like the James, like who's your James Bond actor? It's whoever you saw first. And I have such a soft spot for 90s art. It's just dope. Speaking of things that I have a soft spot for, how about the 1 in 10 variant from Opus Comics of Bill and Ted Roll the Dice? With that breakfast cereal Bill and Ted video games art style on it. Talk about deep cuts, man. That particular Bill and Ted art style, crazy. Crazy that someone picked that up. I'm going to go $13 in this bad boy, and I'll swap out Chance, is what I'll do.
Jelly's picking up that Captain America on A, and then what is on G?
Man, let's find out together. I can't remember.
That's so long ago.
It's so long ago. G is it's issues 1 through 6 of Descender. It's the first story arc, and the first issue is the second print. I'm legally obligated to tell you those sort of things. I'm not legally, really. I mean, I just tell you because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Or he says the post payday blues. I'm assuming that's towards the ASM 300.
I got those pre-payday blues, man. I am power sliding into the end of this week. It's like in the second Ace Ventura movie when he's driving the car, his passenger is panicking, and he like e-brakes and flips it over, and it just cartwheels and careens into the parking spot, and then Jim Carrey's like a glove. Like, that's me. Oh man, I could not be happier that payday is coming up. We are in the danger zone, man.
In regards to your 007 comment, Stephen Collins says, that would make my Bond Pierce Brosnan, and I will not accept that, sir.
That's perfectly okay. He's the world's best watch salesman. It's fine. It's okay to think Pierce Brosnan is a great Bond. I think Pierce Brosnan is a great Bond, and I'm one of the world's foremost experts on the James Bond franchise. It's fine. It's okay. He's a good Bond. You can accept that in your heart. I give you permission. Just like I give you permission to buy Thor by Donny Cates, issue number 1, coming in at a clean $10, replacing nothing because A is open.
I'm assuming, I think William's talking about his paycheck. He just said, and it's gone.
And it's gone. Hey, you want to know who my favorite Bond is, chat? Timothy Dalton. Happy to defend it. Timothy Dalton rules.
Shannon is saying, hopefully Pierce Brosnan makes a great Dr. Fate.
Is he going to be Dr. Fate?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
He's going to be Dr. Fate in Black
Oh,
Adam.
that's going to be so awesome.
He looks rad. I think he'd be good at it, though.
Dude, he's looked rad his entire life. From Remington Steele to now.
Pierce
Brosnan has literally always looked incredible.
Stephen Collins said, don't do this, man. Not here. Not now. The crying face emoji.
All I'm going to say is Timothy Dalton's Bond is by far the most likely to kill you. And that's what makes him cool. There's a deep, steely menace to Timothy Dalton that other Bonds don't have. We love Connery. Connery's very physical. Lazenby. Moore is very much the ladies' man playboy, perfect for his era. But Timothy Dalton develops this edge that you don't really see again until Daniel Craig is killing people in a bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, Timothy Dalton's got that voice, man.
Dan, you did not get the Three Jokers hardcover.
Yeah, didn't that go to somebody, or did that go in the box?
No, it did go to somebody.
Okay.
Just not who was asking.
Do you dare into the House of Mystery? Because Lord knows I do. Love the House of Mystery. Issue 176. Just $10 for 176 on the House of Mystery. This one's got to replace something, though. So what's getting popped? Probably Beta Ray Bill. Definitely Beta Ray Bill,
Yeah,
actually.
So.
Let me check what time it is. Because I do have another cool thing. Oh, yeah, dude.
You got some time.
All right. So I'm going to put down the last of our absolutely insane sets. I have to lift it up. Just really working it out this evening on the Ultimate Comics live show. Avengers Disassembled. Because Disassembled is different than Avengers Disassembled. I have all of that. I have every piece. 33 issues, all in near mint minus. Avengers Disassembled. Captain America Disassembled. Captain America and the Falcon Disassembled. Fantastic Four Disassembled. Invincible Iron Man Disassembled. We just stopped putting post-it notes on it now. Spectacular Spider-Man Disassembled Prologue. And Thor Disassembled Prologue. All of it. All of it is here. Every single piece of this insane crossover, which I think was one of the first crossovers that I might have actually been like somewhat participating in. Mm-hmm. I didn't read all of it, but I read enough of it to be like, this is insane. And I will take off Bullseye, I believe, and put down the full Avengers and everybody else Disassembled set.
Dan says, what is disassembled?
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything is disassembled. No prisoners, no mercy. And while we're just hanging out, within the box, I found a much higher graded copy of the Spawn 227, a raw copy coming in at near mint, potentially near mint plus, $150. Of course, you could skip to the end and buy the slab. The slab's already at a 9.8 and it's $200. Hey man, I'd love to save you those shipping and processing fees. You don't even have to talk to CGC. You can just talk to me. In fact, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. I was talking about how I'm not going to put it up for last looks, and I think that's going to be true, starting right now. Tell you what, man. Welcome to pre-last looks, slab looks, where I'm going to put the 3 slabs we've seen tonight up at once, so that when it comes time for last looks, I get to just speed through things. I'm going to keep conducting business as usual, and I'm going to set a timer on my phone for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is how long these slabs will be available. Welcome to Slab Looks, ladies and gentlemen.
How would you eat for 5? Give it a 10?
Sure, I don't care. Let's do it.
Yeah, disassembled story. It's kind of like the beginning of Bendis's run. It shakes up like all the teams. Really leads into pretty much everything that Bendis subsequently does with Marvel.
In the way that most events will say, nothing will ever be the same. Nothing was kind of the same afterwards. We'll do giant size Spider-Woman issue number 1. So speaking of Bendis, Bendis is here doing Bendis things in Spider-Woman. Relatively high grade copy, just $20 here on E, since E just got sold. Put down Teen Titans issue 12. Now a word from your local sponsor. According to that person, is this Gorilla Man my local sponsor? What tentacle beast has them coming out of that UFO? I don't know, but you can find out for $15.
Yeah, another Robin cover, Joe.
Put down a little bit of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles book 21. Yeah, what's popping? Sorry, I'm trying to do
B for 150. You have it 200.
No, I would do it for $200.
Would you do 15 on E? You have it at 20.
15 on E. Yeah, sure. If the raw near mint copy is priced at 150, I don't think I can go lower than 200.
Yeah.
That just feels logical to me. More sets, more stuff. Secret Empire. The full Secret Empire set. 1 through 10 plus Omega. All of Secret Empire. Every single piece. You want to talk about supersets? You want to talk about big events? Hydra is here. Hydra's all up in everything. This full set in relatively high grade / good condition is just $35. $5 cheaper than the everything crossover. Marvel Comics, Image, Top Cow, everybody. It's cheaper. Yeah. We love things that are cheaper here on the Ultimate Comics Live Show. It's one of our favorite things.
What happens if Captain America becomes a member of Hydra?
Bad stuff.
And takes over the United States. Plus, if you enjoyed the final fight in Endgame, there's a fight that is, I guess, without spoilers, similar to that at the end of Omega as far as people wielding weapons.
I mean, yeah. That's not exactly spoilers. We're close enough.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone cares.
No, probably not. It's been long enough. Dark Horse Comics made a Critical Role comic. Here I have Critical Role, The Tales of Exandria, The Bright Queen. It's going to be a set of 4 comics worth of Critical Role Dark Horse Comics. Someone in the chat keeps up with Critical Role. It's statistically improbable that nobody does. More sets because you know who I am. A Transformers DW set here, 1 through 6. The Mick and Lee New Age Transformers. Transformers with modern slick art is honestly a difficult proposition to say no to.
Oh yeah.
Swap Teen Titans out. Do a full Fantastic Four story. Hickman joints back when Black Panther had a collar. 607 and 608. Sue Storm and just Storm. This is a full two-parter, very fine near mint condition. Just $12 for both of them. We'll swap out the Cinder.
Yeah, you can mention what something is sold on eBay. It doesn't necessarily mean it will inform our counter offers or not. That Teen Titans you pulled, I think we had it at 10. Would you do it for 8?
The Mysteries in Space.
Yeah.
Word from our local sponsor. 8 is fine.
It's going to Alan. Oh, was it 15? Oh, it's close.
Yeah. I'm going to stay away from the Ultraverse before I talk for 10 minutes about it. Can't be doing that. Man, we're really doing a whole lot of Hulk, and I'm actually kind of down for it. The Hulk is one of my Marvel blind spots. I don't know nearly as much about the Hulk as I would like to. But the Incredible Hulk issue 331, still staying in those 300 numbers, features the first smart gray Hulk, which I think it's cool that we specifically clarify this is the issue in which one of the Hulks becomes smart. No more dumb Hulk in here. H for Hulk, man, didn't even do that on purpose. See, hair, we're reaching. No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to say it weird, and then everybody's going to make fun of me. It's fine. Man, Jeremy really hit a soft spot. I tell you what, boy. We'll turn the prices down a little bit with Dark Horse Comics. A little bit of Conan the Barbarian, or just Conan, mononym Conan style. I'll take Critical Role down. Conan for $10. And I will swap out Transformers for All New X-Men issue number 1 for just $4. I didn't actually set a timer. Do you think it's been 10 minutes, Dan? How long has it been?
It's been like 6.
Like 6 minutes? Yeah, I mean, I have zero concept of time.
F is going to Kyle Malater.
All right.
F.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying about a copy of that Spawn 220. Was it 227?
Yeah, 227.
There was one that did sell at that price earlier. However, when we look at current buy it now listings with the lowest shipping cost, which is what we base our prices off of, the lowest is still 200.
Yeah, we're getting tagged over there. I'm going to put up a trade paperback, the first printing, first edition, collected Batman: The Death of the Family. We talked enough about Robins this evening. Well, here's that Robin you hated until very recently when you decided you love Jason Todd. $15 for this bad boy. Again, first print, first edition of the collected Death in the Family.
Yeah, another thing to consider too with those the sold listings, we just don't know if they were. A lot of them are on bids. We don't base our prices off of bids either. Death in the Family is so good. Sorry, I was bouncing back and forth.
Easy to get distracted by. Horrifying. Okay. So we kind of sold some of the first issues of the Todd McFarlane Spider-Man, just single thing. The second issue, second part of Torment, This is the specific art that made me really like the Lizard. Man, say what you will about Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane draws the hell out of the Lizard, dog.
Yeah, I love the art for that.
He draws the hell out of the Lizard. I like it when the Lizard looks significantly more reptilian and significantly less humanoid.
Me too.
And he really pulls that together. It just looks weird when he has a regular man mouth. No, give him a whole ass dragon head. That is what I'm looking for. Friend of the show, friend of Ultimate, friend of you and me, Tommy Lee Edwards did the covers for Dark Reign Lethal Legion, and I have issues 1 through 3 of Dark Reign Lethal Legion from Marvel Comics right here. So show some love to Tommy Lee Edwards. Big round of applause for our boy. He's worked on everything from Star Wars, that beautiful, beautiful artwork we have in Turf. $10 on this. Something's got to get replaced. It's definitely Fantastic Four.
And then Michael Kennedy is picking up Batman on F.
Is that the trade?
Yes.
Good thing I have another one of those.
What?
Yeah, we have 2 of them.
That never happens. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yo, they're both very old and in very good condition. Like, look at that. Look at how good that looks.
Yeah, that's great. It's better than my copy. H is Spider-Man number 2 from the McFarlane run. Would you do G for 8? You have it at 10. It's that Dark Reign Leviathan.
I would indeed. Let's go. Lethal Legion.
Oh, Lethal Legion. Whoops. I lied.
Yeah.
But it worked out anyway.
It did. Doesn't really
Don't let
matter.
it change your mind. What is the condition of H?
Near mint minus. Where I'm going to put that. Man, we just have Hulk for days, dude.
Stephen Collins commenting on how you prefer your lizard. He says, like in the Amazing Spider-Man movie.
I can never hate the Amazing Spider-Man. My then girlfriend, now wife, our first movie date was seeing the Amazing Spider-Man.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was very cute. I could never hate that movie. Plus, I can't hate it because the Amazing Spider-Man 2 has an absolutely disgusting thwack when Gwen Stacy's head hits the floor / her neck breaks. Oh my God. Everything else, put it in the trash. It doesn't matter. The disgusted, horrified silence of a movie theater after Emma Stone's skull splits on screen and a thwack reverberates through the theater was worth the price of admission. Whoo, mama. We're never going to get another Gwen Stacy death like that. Just like you're never going to get another Spider-Man storyline quite like Kraven's Last Hunt. So what if Kraven the Hunter had actually killed Spider-Man? You can find out for just $10.
And H is going to Michael Kennedy.
All right. Right, let's see what else is popping. Oh my God. What in the world? This Sonic the Hedgehog comic from the Archie Comics publisher, I suppose. This is the 15th Sonic the Hedgehog. First of all, we got Sonic breaking the fourth wall, telling Eggman to get off his cover. But the button that Eggman has that says, I love to pollute, is absolutely hysterical. Very fine near mint condition on this. $20. Just putting it down on H. H for Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Not even for Hulk anymore, just for Hedgehog.
I was actually kind of tempted to pick that up. My first comic ever was that Sonic the Hedgehog comic.
Word?
It's number 30, I think. It's got this really rad Mecha Sonic on the front.
Ooh. I got this Batman issue 253, a Shadow crossover, which, not just one gun, Bruce, 2 guns. 2 guns, and at some point in this comic, I would put money that pearls hit the floor at some point. It's in good condition, $20, replacing Conan.
Would you do G for 5, give it a 10 for Nick Carnes?
I would indeed. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the slabs away. My least favorite, most tedious activity. Slowly putting them back in the protective plastic bags. It's my disgusting, grubby human fingers. Don't touch this special CGC plastic. I mean, I've still decided to declare a blood feud against the CGC for grading my Edge of Spider-Verse number 2 at a 9.6. We all know that was a 9.8 CGC. It's a personal attack. You looked and saw it was my name, and you knew. You knew. Well, now with all these open slots, I have so much more room for activities. Let's do more of the Zero issues. The Superboy New 52 Zero issue, which, love it or hate it, man, that costume is certainly a bold decision. Justice League, the Dark Side War special. Looks like Diana wants a piece. $10 for that.
We can't do an offer on F because we've already sold one at full price.
What's on F that we already sold one at full price of?
The Death in the Family.
Oh, yeah. That's already done. Locked in, baby. From Image Comics or Remender Joint, we got Deadly Class, issue number 1. Near mint condition, $5 on this. And Guardians of the Galaxy, the special Women of Power variant edition, the 6th issue. Also just $5 on G. And that sets us up with a full board again. Thank God.
That's
we needed to fill those gaps.
15 till, so it's about that last looks time.
See, Dan, I was counting on you to say it.
Stephen Conlin's taking Deadly Class on C.
Cool. I'm going to swap it out as our last book that I'm going to put up before we do last looks with Constantine the Hellblazer, Volume 1, going down. The New Age Constantine. And Tinian artwork. Dude. Just $8. So we'll take a nice languid look at the board. I will go ahead and give you the share prize so I can move the box forward and not risk dropping the box. Truly one of my greatest Ultimate Comics fears. I'm going to go ahead and take disassembled down, because disassembled is another Marvel thing, and that just means to deceive. There's a brick that can stay. Yeah, I just got to get all my stuff right over here before we get cooking. This is about to go fast. The little gremlin freaks me out, man.
All right. Would you do A for 3? You put it 5.
Yeah, sure.
All right, it's going to Philippine.
Freeze up space for the first of our last looks. That first Venom appearance, that's not issue 300, issue 299. Amazing Spider-Man. Chance and Venom on the very last page. The Walking Dead Color Deluxe Edition, issue number 1. Doom Quest coming in at a fine, very fine. Red Sonja, issue 0. D for Death Dealing Badass. Thor, God of Thunder, number 1. Tim Burton, Planet of the Apes trade paperback. Bella and Valeria, Sword versus Sorcery.
Would you do C for 48? I don't think you had the other grade copy.
I did have the other grade copy. Sure, I'll just do it. We'll just go.
All right. D's going to Michael Kennedy. The Zatanna books did go up earlier.
That Jim Lee Justice League. Dark Crystal 2-part set. The Initiative Black Panther Marvel Zombies cover. Down this fat Secret Empire stack.
Alright, we already accepted the offer for that Iron Man that was on C. I guess if you still have the lower grade copy, let us know if you want to make an offer on that one. But otherwise, the high grade is sold.
Yeah, the lower grade copy is in very good, fine condition.
Would you do D for 5, give it a 10, the Dark Crystal for Corey?
Sure. The more people that read Dark Crystal stuff, the better.
Would you do F for 3, give it a 5, the Planet of the Apes? For
Yeah.
Bernie Keeney.
Let me know how that is. I'm genuinely curious. As previously stated, I like that movie. Strangest Sports Story, it's $5. Red Sonja, Vampirella, Betty, Veronica, every fucking body else.
All the names.
All the names. The Raw Spawn 277. Something's getting replaced. Fuck it. Chance? Yeah, let's do it.
Would you do this for 30? You did the higher grade for...
Yeah.
Okay. So, Stephen Conlon, we got you for that.
Adventure Comics, Fatal 5. Detective Comics, Batman Super Enemy. What issue was this shit again? 250. I am so shocked that book didn't fall. I haven't dropped a single book this evening, guys. Grayson, issue 14. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, book 24.
Good game. Would you do D, Grayson, or... actually worked out. Anyway, would you do for 3 instead of 5?
Sure.
I was way too amused by that.
The first Bucky as Captain America.
Brandon Kern's picking up Strange Sports. Or was Strange Sports on D before?
Strange Sports was over there. I mean, if you want Strange Sports, he's got it.
Yeah, that was what was on D before Grayson. So
Okay.
that's what it was.
Put down that Shadowland collected set.
Alright, and I got that changed over for you, Brandon. Would you do Captain America on D for 5, give it a 10?
Do it for 8. Put down the Soul of the Hunter, swapping out Black Panther. Thing comic, which the Inhumans are involved. The James and the Giant Peach Teen Titans. The Art Germ Wonder Woman Rebirth one-shot. Speedy's first Teen Titans official joining moment. Not, you know what I'm trying to say. Whatever, man.
Would you do F for 4, give it a 5 for Michael Kennedy?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Jelly, if you would like, just message us. It's not something we can do during the show, but we can double check on that if it doesn't sell later and get back to you. Would you do A for 5 or for 3? You have it at 5.
Sounds like a deal to me.
And then Stephen Collins says 8 is good for D. Would you do I for 3 for Eddie Page?
Sure. The prototype, as well as the Alex Ross Action Comics cover.
Do C for 10. You get 20 for Brandon Kern.
I'll do it for 18. The Moon Knight #1 variant. Honestly, something else needs to get swapped out for. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Iron Cat design variant. Popping down for Shadowland, I think. Batman Reptilian. The collected Marvel Knights Doctor Strange. Nightwing issue 100. I'll set this aside. Gone but not forgotten.
He's countering your 18 with 15.
Sure, deal. Firefly, Serenity, 3 comics, different covers, all character profiles.
Would you do B for 6? You have it at 10.
Sure. I'm interested to know what you think about the Marvel Knights Doctor Strange. It has one of my favorite Doctor Strange costumes. I just think it's rad.
Would you do A for 3?
Sure.
G is a design G is a ratio. Could not speak.
It's a disease.
It's a disease.
Captain America issue 300.
We're doing last looks now, so if any Star Wars did not show up.
Action Comics issue 1000. And yeah, that is true. Such as the Han Solo in a trench coat. Notably, everybody's favorite outfit that's on screen for a very long time.
George Hutchins is picking up A.
All right. I'll go ahead and swap that out with Superman and his elemental enemies.
Right.
This full Fantastic Four set, 503 to 508. Full 100. That's what it goes.
The Captain Marvel foil trade did not sell, and it is a foreign language. I cannot remember which one.
It's in Italian.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the box
press.
with all the big. Yeah, it's the Panini press. I'll swap out the Iron Cat for the Doctor Doom origin story.
No Star Wars slabs tonight.
I'll put up the Iron Cat high art ratio version. That super duper Image Comics Marvel Top Cow Everybody crossover set. Honestly, that shit looks insane. The first arc in Descender. A collected 1 through 6 Transformers. And the Critical Role, The Bright Queen. Now I'm going to go on back to my other box where all the heavy / large things are. To put up the Dark Knight Golden Child hardcover, the Bullseye out of print collected trade paperback, the John Byrne DC Universe hardcover. I'm not going to put Darth Maul up. We've seen Darth Maul enough. Shadows of the Empire trade paperback. the sweet Tales from the Crypt 1991 reprint collection. The Old West New Magic, whatever this is. Kingsway West. The Captain Marvel Panini Press.
Oh, there it is, Eddie.
The Guardians of the Galaxy twofer. The Manhattan Project sketched and signed 1 through 4 collection. The Astro City trade paperback. Crisis on Infinite Earths trade paperback.
Would you do G for 16? Give it a 24. Is that foil trade?
Since that foil is exclusive to Italy, I'll do it for 18. I wanted to say 20, but I knocked a couple dollars off last week. 18. Rick and Morty 1 through 4 trade paperbacks. Swapping out for something. What's going?
Would you do A for 6? You have it at 10 for the Astro City.
Sure, that helps me out. Now I get to put the Rick and Morty down. And our final last looks item of the evening, replacing Guardians of the Galaxy twofer, is the giant, the incredible Atlantis Attacks full story set. First She-Hulk versus Abomination, first Jubilee cover, second Jubilee appearance in general, origin of Silver Sable, and the origin of Serpent. $75 for 14 comics. It's hard as shit to assemble, to be perfectly honest.
Eddie Page says deal for G at 18. The Panini Press.
The Panini Press. Love to see it. All right, let's take a couple beats, look at our final board, hang out, think about our collective lives. Hopefully everybody had a good evening here on the 300th iteration of the Ultimate Comics Live Show. Happy Thursday. My evening has been fairly ultimate. I hope yours has been.
Would you 8 for 30? Would it 50 for Rick and Morty?
I'll do it for 40. I'll take $10 off.
Would you do the Iron Cat design variant for 7? You had it at 10.
I can do the Iron Cat design variant for 10. You mean for 7.
We do 8 for 50. You have it at 75. It's that full Atlantis Attack set.
I can do it for 65. I'll take $10 off.
Thank you, Eddie. Said you guys were awesome tonight.
Thank you, Eddie.
Dan says going to pass on Rick and Morty. No worries.
All right, we're winding down. We're wrapping up, Dan.
Yes, sir. So Emilio, just let us know if 65 works for Atlantis Attacks.
Cool. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate y'all spending the time, spending the money, spending the effort, frankly, to pop in the chat, pay attention, and put up with my dumb mile-a-minute talking ass. I will see you soon. Thank you again.
Then Emilio came in and claimed H for 65.
Look at that. What a wonderful ending. Atlantis is done. Happy Thursday, everybody.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Bye.